What's up, man?
Are you a TikToker?
Yeah, I'm on here doing freestyle raps for people. Could I do a freestyle for you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, dope. I need your help because I'm gonna improvise.
Okay.
Can you give me like a song topic?
Okay, a grizzly bear drinking milk.
A grizzly bear drinking milk.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. Oh wow, you got a grizzly bear on your mug right there?
Yeah, it's milk. That's
You
what I
drinking
thought
milk
of.
out of there?
Yes.
Oh wow,
I do.
so this makes so much sense. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Let's go. Yeah, 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 okay, yeah, come on, yeah. In the forest, I get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, in the forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Hey, yo, my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk, yeah, I'm a grizzly, it's mad facts, us bears, we got a bad rap, yeah, people aren't really aware, when they see us while they hiking, yo, they get scared, they like, no, that's that dude, that grizzly that's really gonna steal our food, damn, hey, yo, his size is godly, he might even catch us and eat our bodies, yeah, people think that I'ma eat them raw, people scared of my teeth, scared of my claws, people scared cause my size is giant, and they know in a fight that I'm certain to triumph. But here's the thing, I don't like people. I'm not a bad guy, I'm not evil. Nah, that's not the way I'm built. I ain't gonna eat you, I just want your milk. I said, in the forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear.
Listen
I
to
said
this
my
shit.
fur would be
Guys,
smoother than
guys.
silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, in the forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur would be smoother than silk. Hey, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, real big how I been built. I'm not really a fan of the
going.
skim milk. I do invent, loving to drink the 2%. Yeah, and y'all know I don't make people feel the wrath. I want the half and half, yeah. Yo, look in my eyes, they so dreamy. Pour me a glass of milk that's mad creamy. All the milk, you know it shook me. But hey, I think I'll need some cookies. Yeah, that's gonna make sure my mood don't get low. When I got the cookies, I can dip those. Yeah, if I got the milk, it's a miracle. Yeah, I might need a bowl of cereal. Aw shit, man, he even had the prop. Y'all know we drinking non-stop. I said, in the forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur would be smoother than silk. Hey, so I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, in the forest, I'll get busy there, yeah. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, hey. And my fur would be smoother than silk. Come on, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, I'm about to make you aware. If you got milk, better pour a glass for the bears. Yeah, I'm out here getting busy. Pour me a glass of milk for this grizzly. Yeah, I'ma make you aware. Hey, go and pour a glass of milk for the bears. Hey, y'all know the milk got me amped. And if you don't pour me a cup, I'll terrorize your camp. Let's go.
You insane. Yo, you guys are not gonna believe this. Okay, listen. I asked him to do like grizzly bear drinking milk, and the dude freestyled it in like 5 seconds. It just went on for 2 minutes. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
dude, you're like my idol now.
Welcome to Queer Conversations. Hey, good to see you guys. Good to see you anyway. That'll be me, Biza, and the missus more than likely. Oh, my hair's kind of flopped. Never mind. We'll get coffee anyway when I play gym, but good to see you. Yeah, that last one, for some reason, Rumble side didn't work. And then it said it was working, then it didn't work, but it's... Let me make sure it's still working. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, that one you commented on, Baza, yeah, that's the new one. That's the new side on Rumble, which is a surprise. There's 4 people on Rumble. Weird. Right. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Can't Fix Stupid. Good to see you. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. So, in the meantime, Jimenez, will I make a coffee? But good to see y'all. Good to see you. Links there if anybody wants to come in. We're going to do yeah, it's a funny one. Jesse Lee Peterson laughs. Like, I like Jesse Lee Peterson. It's a shame he's not a flat earther, you know. But that time that he was interviewing Dave Weiss, and Dave Weiss, he asked him 100 times, you know, Are you sure? I'm for certain, 100% that the Earth is flat, and not once did David Weiss say yes. I counted 16 times. I counted 16 times. Then I lost count. I think me and Roger did a reaction on that. But yeah, counted 16 times. But yeah, it's a bit he wasn't for after, but still, he tells it straight where it is, where he believes it, you know. So it's all good. It's all good. Um, so yeah, it's not from his channel, it's from someone else's channel comment on it, but he doesn't comment on it much. But yeah, we'll have a look at it. It's like a 20-odd minute video, and this man thinks that he can pass off as a woman. It's just despicable. Thinks he can pass off as a woman. He thinks the only problem is his chin. Only his chin. The only problem is the fact that he's trying to pass himself off as a frigging woman when he's a man. That's the problem. You know? Hey, why is this all? Oh, okay. How you doing, babe?
Hey, baby.
Good to see you. You sound a bit muffled.
I don't know why.
You
I
sound like
don't know why.
you got a little hissy as well. You're on your phone.
I'm not staying. I'm just coming to say hi.
Maybe if the juice back.
I need to go and do the washing.
That's a bit better. Yeah, okay. Okay. You're saying hi to
Um,
everybody, all four of us. You me included, so it'll be Matthew, Baz, and me and you. And
David.
David. David's there, yeah, of course, of
I've
course.
already said hello in chat to everybody, but hi.
Cool, cool,
Um,
cool.
what the F am I seeing on the screen?
What
Queer
behind me?
conversation.
Behind us? Yeah, that I got that here. I made that up with
What
queer
the
conversations because
heck?
it's Jesse talking to a trans person, um, obviously pretending to be a woman, you know, and he laughs at her. So I just got an AI to make something up, and it came up with queer conversations itself, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know what I mean?
I.
Why not? Why not? Obviously not in favor of queer, obviously, but it's still a queer conversation to have. You know what I mean?
Rather queer.
Oh, come on. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to make a coffee. I'll put on gym for now. Are you staying for a bit? Are you going?
No, I'm gonna go and do my washing, and I just feel knackered.
All right, all right,
And
babes.
I've
Give
got
me
a
a shout.
headache,
Give me a shout later.
and I'm
Take
sick
some
of meat.
ibuprofen. She's sick of meat. She's on the carnivore diet. She's been on it a week. I've been on it 3 months, but I had a little break where I had a week doing a low calorie diet, but I went back to the meat diet, the carnivore diet. It's working for me. I mean, I still think I've got about a stone and a half to move, but I think I've shifted about 3 stone. So, I mean,
It's
even my
rather
face, I lost.
boring.
I know, of course, it's boring, but my face, yeah, I can see my cheekbones again. Look,
Like, I wish I could, but I'm only
I
a
can see my
weekend.
cheekbones again. Getting good.
I
I'm starting to feel my hips as well. I'm starting to feel my hips. This is good. This is good.
yeah, it's just boring though, isn't it?
My chest is starting to get defined rather than being man boobs. You know what I mean? I'm getting back to having a chest rather than paps, like it says in Revelation with Christ. Yeah.
No, but eating nothing but meat.
I know.
Okay, I've had some boiled eggs
Yeah, it gets boring, of course, but it
and
works.
some scrambled eggs, but you can't use sauce. You
Yeah,
can't.
you
It's just
can. You've just got to
bland.
remember that your body will use the glucose as fuel first before it goes into the fat. If you use the sauce, right, it's only a tiny bit, so it'll use that bit first before it goes into ketosis again. You know what I mean?
I
And I
didn't
do
have
it.
sauce.
Sometimes I fail and use a bit of sauce. You know what I mean? But you're not using tablespoons. I mean, a tablespoon of sauce is about 100 calories. You know what I mean?
It's
So if you're using a
ridiculous.
tablespoon, all you need to do is burn off 100 calories, and it's not hard to burn 100 calories. You walk around the house and you burn 100 calories. You walk
No, I
around the house
know.
for 20 minutes, you burn 100 calories. So,
I
you know,
just, yeah, I didn't have sauce today. I haven't had sauce since I started the diet.
fair play.
Just
But
salt and vinegar and pepper.
here's
But
what
that's
I mean. I haven't weighed myself, but I can tell by the looks of myself what I've lost. I'm waiting until I feel that I'm comfortable to weigh myself. I just haven't got scales. I've never had scales for myself, so I need to wait. I've got an appointment with my CGL this week, so I'll get
what
myself
day?
weighed on the 12th, whatever day the 12th is,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah, so I'll weigh myself then. But they
I,
do it in kilos. I'll just have to convert it. You know what I mean?
I have no intention of getting on scales.
Not even. I can even see my cheeks have hollowed out a bit. A little bit. You see my cheekbones again. There you go.
Yeah,
There's what. It's just that bottom part. It's where the weight first goes on is your stomach at the front, and then your hips, then round. So it's that's the last bit to come off is right at the bottom. But even when I'm down to my normal weight, I still have a little one roll, which doesn't bother me. It's just the 2 rolls and above that bothers me. You know. But I had more than 2 rolls. I mean, I was nearly 19 stone, so I think I've
I
done
want a
well.
rowing machine.
Think I've done well so far, and I haven't exercised really apart from the bits of work I had and just walking to my mum's now and again. I haven't started the gym yet, so for just being on a diet in 3 months, that's a stone a month, so that's £14 a month. Now, can you
That's
imagine if you're
mad, isn't it?
exercising? Yeah, but a lot of listen, boxers do that. You know, they could lose that in a week sometimes. You know, that's the one victory, 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 100%.
Yeah, it's
You just
just
don't look forward to eating, that's all, because it's boring. But, you know, just change up the meats. You know, that's
look. The
what I do.
dog gets well excited because I'm cooking meat like every day. So
I know.
she thinks she's in heaven.
Exactly. She better think that.
Me, I'm not. It's just bland.
It is bland, but, you know, it works. It certainly works. You know what I mean?
Right, I'm gonna go do me washing.
All right, babe. Love you.
Love you. Bye,
Catch
guys.
you in a little bit. Chat to you
Right,
before you go to bed, because
I
I'll be
will
going to
do.
Rumble later for. We'll watch Mad Max, the old one. The old one. It's on HBO, so we'll watch it on HBO just to be sure that I don't get any buffering. But
Right, love you.
Cobra Kai was still on the movie sites. What, babe?
Bye. Bye.
Bye, babe. Love you.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye, baby. So, let me put Jim on while I go make a coffee. And I've missed I ain't been on for about 4 days, so so Jim's probably done a few. Okay, yeah, he's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. So let's start with this one.
Well, I know how you want it to seem, but we'll watch as it all plays out. From the crest of the wave that we broke upon and pulled you back into the sea, all the way down. Why'd it take all our life to explain that it's more beautiful when you're here? I remember the light when I turned around and revealed all the truth, no escape. Going back. Say it like it is this time for me to hear. Suddenly you felt all alone again, even in crowded rooms with all your friends. time for me to hear. Suddenly, you felt all alone again. Even in crowded rooms, all around friends say it's unbreakable. Through it all and more. Don't fret now, I'm not leaving you alone. I'll leave you now or through later days.
Oh, let's do one more since I've missed out on a few. Let's do this one. Hold on. That's all. Okay, let's do this one. Sorry, I have to go quickly sort something out. noticed that RV put out a video on JFK about it being like a hoax assassination. You know, like I've always known it's a psyop, but I've always thought he was shot. I never thought about the dummy side of things, so I don't know what to think of it. But I mean, it is a possibility. It could have been a setup. I mean, there was a splice in the film, but he's only put it out for 12 hours. So if I get done the video I'm doing fast, I'll do that one afterwards. But I downloaded it just in case it's down before I get a chance to do it, because he said it's only out for 12 hours. But we could have a look at it. I mean, kind of does look like a dummy and like she's manipulating it, but it's also very low res, so I think it's hard to tell. But there's a lot of bloody psyops going on with that JFK thing, you know. I think JFK may have been a pumpkinhead dummy, but who knows? Like, it does seem possible. I don't know what to think of it, but he's definitely got a point. I mean, there certainly looks like a bit where the hair flops over like it could be a toupee rug type thing, and it's got a band around it. So we might have a look at that if I get done with this video on time, the first video. I downloaded it just in case we don't, and I have to do it another day because it's only there for 12 hours. I don't know why he's only putting it up for 12 hours. Is it just in case, you know, because they don't like that kind of psyopy thing? He wants to test it or something. I don't know. I don't know why he's only putting it up for 12 hours. It's weird. But, I think it's a possibility. I mean, I've never seen anyone's head explode. I've never seen anyone get shot in the head. So I wouldn't know how a head would do with whatever round. But, you know, certainly not with a Mauser, I don't think. But, I mean, obviously it wasn't, if he did get killed, it certainly wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald or whatever. So he might have an ID, but he says he like the same as Charlie Kirk. Now, I still think Charlie Kirk was killed, but I could be wrong in that. I could be wrong in that completely. But I still think he was killed. I think he was a victim of the psyop, but I could be wrong on that. I could be completely wrong, you know. But that's just my opinion on it, you know. I mean, until I see something else, because I've seen things that answer what people have said about him not dying. You know, the ring, the necklace, you know, and all that kind of stuff. The alleged friggin' blood thing when it could have been a vest, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's certainly a possibility. So if we get done with the video first, we'll have a look at it. Because when it comes to JFK, I've never thought of it being a dummy. I've always known it's been a psyop. I've always known Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do it. I always known there was something weird about the bullets and all that kind of stuff, about who was driving or whatever. But I didn't ever think of a replacement like a dummy, you know, because there is a splice in that film. There certainly is a splice in that film where it goes from a man on the motorbike, a police copper on the motorbike, splice, there's a cut, and then it's JFK's car when it was a single man to begin with, you know, on a cycle. So yeah, there's certainly a splice, there's certainly a cut, an edit. Who knows? It's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Nice one, Jim, mate. Jim's link. And you're watching the chat replay. When we're not live, then there it is in the chat. Just get the chat replay up. Nice one. Jim. Right, so let's do it. Oh yeah, I've got it in here in private chat. So it wasn't from. It's not from.
No, not at all. I'm proud.
Oh, shut up. It's from somebody called the Apostle. I'm not sub to him, but I think I might. Yeah. But it's obviously of Jesse Lee Peterson. The guy's obviously doing commentary on it, but he doesn't do much commentary. So, and you don't see him. So I thought it was just Jesse Lee Peterson's clip to start off with, but then I realized it's someone else's channel. So it's a guy called the Apostle. Let me just quickly go to his channel, see what he's got on there. He doesn't do lives. Brian Shapiro finally snaps after 21-year-old MAGA supporter calls him out. Kicked off school campus. Trans lover melts down. I'll knock you out. Debate gets heated. Okay, I suppose. He does do a lot of controversial stuff, but that's good because it needs to be spoken about sometimes. Okay, let's sub to him. I'll put his link in if you want to sub to him. Share channel. So he's called the Apostle. I'm hoping he's not calling himself the Apostle. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. But, you know, if you're an apostle, you had to have met Christ. Personally, I think. The only thing you can call yourself an apostle. Otherwise, you can call yourself a disciple, I suppose, because you're still a follower of Christ's way. So I suppose you can call us a disciple, because it means that a disciple is a student. I mean, you're not a direct student of Christ, I suppose. Well, you are. You are. You've got the Holy Spirit in you helping you. So you are a disciple, but an apostle? No. No. Anyway, let's get it up. I can't remember which one it was. So I'll just go back. Go back. Go back again.
Like that forever, and you had to go out and talk to.
That's where I must have watched it too. Yeah. So this, as you can see, this is a lovely lady, a lovely looking lady. You know, obviously a lady. You know, because he says he is. You know, so he's obviously a lady. I don't know if he's post-op, pre-op, or anything like that. I'm not sure. But he thinks that his only problem, he thinks he looks perfectly all right as a woman. His only problem is his chin, as you'll see later on. So yeah, I think Jesse just tells it how it is. He's not he's not nasty, but he laughs when he turns around and says, "I'm just a woman, a normal woman like any other woman. You know, I'm just a normal woman." And he starts laughing, but you can't help it but laugh. I mean, because how are you a normal woman? You're not. You say you're a woman because your feelings, you know. If someone, it's some kind of body dysmorphia. If you don't like your bits there and you say you feel like a female, then there's a disconnect between your brain and your body. So to me, that's if you put it in terms of someone with what you call it, bulimia, or what's the other one? What's the other one? Anorexia, bulimia or anorexia or something. They've got like a body dysmorphia. They don't like their body, you know. And would you say that that's not a mental illness? No, you would say that's a mental illness. So why isn't this a mental illness? Just because you say it's not, you know, because you're not naturally a girl, you're not naturally female. You decided that you wanted to be female somewhere down the line because, I don't know, maybe some kind of trauma. Or I don't know, maybe it's an inherent mental illness, but it's certainly, to me, a mental illness of some sort. Or, I would say with some people, they do it for rage bait. They do it just for rage bait, some people, which there has to be some kind of demonic kind of influence to. You know? So, yeah. Yeah. If you can call someone with bulimia some kind of body dysmorphia, you know, mentally ill, then why can't you call this mentally ill? Just because your feelings tell you that you should be opposite of what you were born. It makes no sense. There's no science to this, natural science to it. There's none. It all goes on feelings. There's no natural science to say that you're born in the wrong body. Your body, yes, you can be born into a body that's not very well. You can be born into a malformed body. You know what I mean? But that's a deformity, you know? You do get intersex people, hermaphrodites, but that they've got one chromosome stronger than the other. So they're a particular sex. They just happen to have both organs, which is a malformation. It's a birth defect. It's not, there's no race of hermaphrodites. You know what I mean? There's no nation of hermaphrodites. You know, there weren't. It was men. God put men and women on the earth. That was it. He put man on the earth and took woman, Eve, from man. Same. If there is such thing as DNA, same DNA. You know, same person. They were one flesh, pretty much. Anyway, before I continue, I forgot. Deuteronomy 22:5 says, a woman shall not wear anything that pertains to a man, nor shall a man put on a woman's garments, for all who do so are an abomination to the Lord your God. Yes, it's Deuteronomy. Yes, it's the Old Testament. But God's never changing. This is still important. You don't dress. I mean, fancy dress, is that a different thing? Yes, I suppose it is. But here, talking about people want to do this, obviously, in a sinful way, you know. And then it goes on to talk about laws of sexual immorality and that. But yeah, it tells us that a woman doesn't wear a man's clothes and a man does not wear a woman's clothes. Simple as. Anyway, let's see what Jesse got to say in this lovely lady.
You're a drag queen. You can call it.
Oh, straight off. You're a drag queen. You can go where you want, but you're a drag queen.
Whatever you want. But in reality, it's a drag queen, right?
Right.
No, a drag queen is like an adult entertainer, Jesse. I'm not an adult entertainer. Okay, I don't
Well,
go.
you're on the internet, entertaining to a certain degree. Apparently, you're big on the internet. So, and you've got 1 million followers or whatever you have. So you're entertaining people to a certain degree, you know. And I would say people that do drag anyway, I've got something a little wrong with them, you know, because they kind of dress up as a woman and they like that, you know. I just wouldn't get that. I mean, it's still immoral. It may be a slightly different thing to being trans, I don't know, but, you know, it's still immoral. It's not to be done.
Go to clubs and do shows and dance.
Oh.
I'm a proper lady. I'm just an average woman.
I'm a proper lady, just an average woman. Sorry, this is the intro. I shouldn't react to it because it comes up later. Look, watch the face. Watch the face.
What is funny?
Yeah, it's coming now.
Oh, God.
Screw that face up there.
Oh, God.
I got it. Just screwing the face up right there.
Jesse Lee Peterson
Now-
absolutely wrecks this trans
the
woman
guy
for
is
his
down in the corner,
insane
sorry.
statements in this debate, as Jesse Lee Peterson humiliates this beta male turned trans woman for pretending to be something he is definitely not, while he attempts to justify his new persona and deflect common sense reasoning. Jesse Lee Peterson calls this man out live.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but isn't that a man's top anyway? I mean, he's certainly not got boobs, but isn't this a man's top? I mean, it doesn't look very ladylike to me. I mean, it could be, well, the collars are a little rounded for mans, I suppose, but I mean, it's not the most feminine thing to wear. And that little bob cut just doesn't frame his face, doesn't frame his face rightly, does it? I'm sorry. It's just, it's not funny. It's immoral, but it's, you got to laugh or you got to cry about it because it's beyond a joke. It's beyond a joke. You know, it's against God. It's literally like, even though they don't know it, some of them don't know it's against God, but it is. It doesn't matter whether they know it or not. Our battle is not against flesh. You know, it's against principalities and powers and rulers of the nations. You know, so It stems from the devil. It doesn't stem from them originally. It stems from the devil. Yes, they may want to do it, but it stems from the devil because it's not of God. Anything not of God is, well, it's of the world, and of the world, who's the ruler of this world at the minute? You know?
For his absurdity. Let's get in.
I have with me, he is back, but this time he's coming in as a transgender person, and under the name of Willow Kessler. Willow Kessler, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Jesse. And just to start off, it's she. Thank you.
Well, hold on. What did he call it? He called him, hold on. Was it William? Hold on.
Thank you, Jesse.
And under the name of Willow Kessler.
Oh, Willow. So his name's probably William, but it's Willow Kessler. And you see, well, why would he call you he when you are not a he? I mean, even if you want to be called a girl's name, fine. But that doesn't change the definition of a word. A name's a name. But, you know, why would he turn around and say he when he means something? He means someone that's male. And you are someone that's male. So that's why he said you're a male. He's not going to call you she, because that means someone that's female. And you are not a female. Simple.
Willow Kessler, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Jesse. And just to start off, it's she. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
It's she. You kept saying him. It's she.
No, I said he came in as a transgender person this time, right?
Yes, but it's she. I'm a woman now.
Were you born a male?
Yes, I was.
And if you were born a male, how is it that you're a woman?
It's gender dysphoria. And
what does that mean?
You know, technically I'm not a woman, but
Dysphoria. So then it's a bloody mental illness then. If it's some kind of dysphoria, then it's a mental illness.
that's what I identify as.
But why identify as something that you're not?
Having an illness and identifying this to something is completely different. And you're putting the two together.
It's not sane to do that.
Right.
Because I don't know if you are aware of gender dysphoria, Jesse, but essentially, I do not feel that I belong in my body or my voice. Okay, so to make myself happy, and so I don't jump off this fucking roof. Okay, I'm gonna identify as a woman.
So knowing that you are
see, it's how they like the attention. Like, so I don't jump off. I do this so I don't jump off an effing roof. So it just shows the attention they want. Because if you were really going to do that and really feeling that, you wouldn't tell people about it. You would just do it. Not that I agree with it, but you would just do that. And people that say they're going to do that want the attention or want some kind of help, because they usually don't do it. People that say they're going to do it. It's usually the people that don't tell you anything that do it. So that's for some kind of attention in the first place. So it shows you it's an attention thing. It's an illness. It's demonic.
a male and pretending that you are a woman, that makes you happy?
Not completely, but it makes me content.
See, he said pretending, and he didn't correct him there. He says you pretend and be a female, it makes you happy. And he says not necessarily, but it makes me content. He never rebuked him for saying pretending, because apparently he's not pretending. He really is a woman. His body just tells him different.
Makes me happier.
But why doesn't it make? Why do it if it's not completely making?
Not fulfilled, because nobody's fulfilled unless they have God. You know, not truly fulfilled, not spiritually. You know, people may have money, wealth, all that kind of stuff, but they love their money. They get fulfilled in material things, in hedonism. They don't get fulfilled in the Lord. You know, and you're not always happy, but you still have the joy of the Lord, knowing what you know. We're not always happy. I'm not always happy.
Or making you happy completely.
Well,
Nick, get the phone for me. I'm sorry?
What's the alternative? Just for me to, continue on in a charade and just, pretend I'm a masculine man and that I don't identify as a woman.
I do check them out. I do check them out, Matthew. I have read them before. I checked them out the night you said. I checked them out. I know you were talking about the circumcision of the heart, weren't you? Obviously, it was because I didn't remember the reference. I know what they say. I do know what they say. And we'll be getting there very soon anyway. We're getting there very soon.
Well, why not? If being
That doesn't change that I think, you know, that some Jews, the remnant, will be saved. That doesn't change what I think.
if faking being a woman is not making you completely happy, why not figure out why you're not completely happy as a man? Because pretending to be a woman is not making you happy either.
Well, first of all, I'm just starting my transition. I've just started the hormone therapy. I don't even have tits yet. So
you don't even have TIT. You don't have boobies yet. You don't have boobies yet. Surely, if you'd been through puberty as a woman, you'd have boobies. From a girl to a woman, you'd have boobies. You haven't. You have to get them falsely implanted. How does that make you a woman? You don't have boobies yet, so it suggests to me he's got an opening that he has to keep opening with some kind of rod, maybe twice a day or whatever, which is not a real vagina. It's a hole that you created from a stupid bloody operation. Disgusting. It's completely against God, because you're his creation and you're messing about with his creation.
Those things start coming together, my happiness will build and I'll start becoming a complete person where I'm happier and content.
Absolutely, God willing, bro. God, Matt, I don't claim that I'm right, completely right. I just claim that that's what I believe, you know, because I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong, but God willing, you know, it's not in Jesus's will that anybody should go to hell, you know what I mean? Should not be saved. But unfortunately, you have to go through Christ to be, not unfortunately, but unfortunately for, you know, the Jews at the minute who don't accept Christ, you have to go through Christ to be with the Father, you know? So at the minute, they're certainly not saved, you know? But do I believe that some of them will be? Yes, of course, of course. Of course. Do I believe that all them people out there call themselves Jews are Jews? No, I don't. No, I don't. Do I believe that there's Kabbalah Jews and stuff like that? The Rockefeller? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. I don't claim to know it. I mean, I just believe from what I read. You know, that's it. That's it. The only thing I know is that Christ died for me. You know what I mean? So I could be redeemed from the wages of sin. You know, and that I'm just part of his body. And, you know, God willing, he accepts me. God willing, I'm accepted. You know, of course I'm accepted. I just have to, you know, which I already have. I'm just saying I because I had to do this, but anybody else just needs to accept and know that Christ died for them. You know, confess it and believe it in your heart. You could confess it all you want and say it all you want, but if it's not there in your heart, it doesn't mean anything because God reads the heart. So yes, if your heart is right and that's what you believe, just saying it is not going to make any difference because just saying it would be what? A work, wouldn't it? You know, if it was just saying it that made it work. No, it's because God reads your heart. God reads your heart. I've got one that he put an interesting video out earlier as well about salvation, about people saying, yeah, of course, you're saved by grace, but, you know, you have to do works to continue that salvation. That's not it. Yes, you may do works, but that's not what saves you at all. And you don't, if you were saved and never did works, look at some people that can't even do anything, you know, that are just laying back there. So, you know, they can't do anything because they're so disabled. They can't do any works, you know, they just have to accept Christ, you know. And if they don't understand it, then obviously they don't understand. If they don't understand anything about God or anything like that, then do they get condemned to hell? No, I don't believe they do. Look at children that die at birth, stillborn babies, things like that, all that kind of thing, miscarriages, what you call it, abortions. Do you think those babies aren't going to be with God? Of course they are. Of course they're going to be with God. They did nothing wrong. They're born into sin, but they didn't understand that sin at that point, you know. So of course they're with God, 100% with God. And same as the babies that died in the Old Testament when God came down in judgment. Yes, there was babies killed, absolutely. Would they were innocent though. They went to be with God, 100%, I believe, 100%. Anyway, let's continue, PJ.
And who I am, and
But you're never gonna be happy pretending to be a woman. Just ask Bruce Jenner. He's not happy.
I think he looks pretty happy, to be honest with you.
Oh no, he doesn't look happy to me.
No? Why would you say he's unhappy?
Look at him.
Yeah, I don't care about that anymore, but that's why I stopped doing. Oh, that's changed that way, isn't it? That's because I changed the font, the way the font is. I'm done with being politically correct. I'm not, especially not on here anymore. Like when Vicky comes on and says pew pew because she's used to TikTok. I used to do that here when I used to talk about rape. I'd say great. When I used to talk about pedophile, I'd say PDF. I'm not doing that. It's stupid. It's stupid. Changing a word just because you're going to be offended by it. I'm not doing that. So yeah, it's not politically correct. I just believe what I believe because of what Scripture says. You know what I mean? When it comes to Jews calling people anti-Semitic and that, just for scrutinize them on something that's nothing to do with them being a Jew, then I think it's stupid to be called anti-Semite, especially when anti-Semite is a stupid way made up word when a Jew is not a Semite. It's a friggin' Babylonian thing, is it not? You know, it's from Shem. You know, I'm sure it was a Babylonian frigging thing, but they take it from Shem. So yeah, I mean, there's that to it as well. The same as like, I will not call a trans person someone that calls himself a woman or something, one that calls himself a man, he or she. I'm not going to call them the opposite, or they or them or they or whatever they want to be called. No, not at all. I'm not going to do that. But biblically, I just say what I say because that's what I believe. It's not because I'm politically correct about it, you know, being politically correct. You know, I would call it out if it was people calling it anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic when it wasn't, you know, I'd call that out also. Same as like when they call it same as like, you know, I don't like Islam, without a doubt, I don't like Islam, but I like some Muslims. Don't like Islam, don't like the theology. But, you know, you'll get people that will say that Islamic people did the 9/11, right? So, no, I will stick up for Islamic people there. I do not think they did it at all. It was the American government. And if they had anything to do with it, it was because of the government collaboration or whatever. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'll call out what's wrong, you know, that kind of stuff. And you made me think of a question. Go on. Do you think that the firstborn Egypt that were killed in Moses' day went to heaven? The firstborn. Yes. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Why? Why wouldn't they? I would say so. Why? Hold on. Why are you asking that? Hold on. Let me just go to the scriptures we're talking about the Passover, aren't we? Talking about the Passover. But that was a physical death, wasn't it? I don't think God would have took a baby spirit and sent it to, well, there's nobody in hell yet, you know. I would say that, I would say a baby went to heaven. It was innocent. It was innocent. So I would say that, yeah. Why? Is there a scripture that proves me wrong? Yeah, I would think so. they didn't understand sin, so I can't see why not. Can't see why not. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 I was thinking maybe I was wrongly thinking there. I was like thinking maybe, hold on, am I wrong here? Is there scripture that says otherwise? You know what I'm like, Matthew. I kind of analyze things, and I thought you were maybe hinting at scripture that maybe said otherwise. I would think so. I would also think so, bro. Yeah, I do, because look, they didn't understand sin. God's never changing, you know. So like, would Jesus send a baby to hell? Come on, no. So a baby that doesn't understand sin, no. There comes a point. I think it's different ages for different people. There's a point of understanding, you know. And I just don't think a baby would go to hell. Do I think an older child would? Yes, yes, I do. Like there's older children that have done atrocities. The Jamie Bulger thing, for a start, they were 10 when they did that to kids. They understood fully what they were doing. And they lived in Liverpool, a Catholic type city. They knew fully what they were doing. So unless they repented, and they're gay now, one of them's gay now. I mean, Vicky's actually met one of them. They got moved to one of the villages that she lived in at one point. They were under pseudonyms though after they come out of prison. Yeah, Jamie Bulger, I think he was a toddler, 2.5, 3-year-old. Killed him, poked things up him and everything. You know, do I think they understood what they were doing and they'll go to hell unless they repent? Yes, I do. Maybe.
Hello.
I
You know why I come up?
Yeah, because of the Jamie Bulger thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Jamie
So
Bulger's a big case that happened in the 90s. I don't know if you know about it. I'm sure you would have heard about it in America. It was a big, big thing. Jamie Bulger, a kid, 3-year-old, got killed
yeah,
by two 10-year-old kids that knew exactly what they were doing. They led him
yeah,
away. They poked
yeah.
things up. Was he was splattered on the railway eventually, wasn't he?
They tied him to it.
Tied him to the railway.
So
Yeah,
my step uncle was
yeah,
a British transport police officer,
yeah.
and he was also one of the police officers that found James Bulger.
Mm,
And my cousin Kerry, who was the same age as James Bulger,
yeah.
bearing in mind they were transport police, so they were used to seeing people no
Mm,
longer breathing on tracks
of
because
course.
it was part of their job.
Yeah.
From my experience, them boys didn't just take one life; they took
It took a
multiple.
lot. Well, is it your uncle committed
My
suicide? Because
step uncle, yeah,
step
yeah. So
uncle, he was a copper on the case, and he committed
no, he
suicide.
was a British transport police
Oh,
officer. So he
she? I
was
thought it was a he.
he
Oh,
he
he. All right. Oh, we're
was a
talking about he,
British.
she's here, so
No,
yeah.
no. So he was a British transport police officer. So
Right.
he worked on rails and stuff.
Uh,
So but listen, my cousin was the same age as James Bulger for 10 years after what had happened to James Bulger. For the 10 years, my step uncle did nothing apart from get drunk. He didn't talk. He sat in a chair, didn't speak to anybody. He couldn't look at his own daughter because every time he looked at her, he saw James Bulger.
yeah.
My step uncle then, 10 years down the line, went
This.
and
Yeah. This. Hold on.
ended
Right.
himself on the
This.
same track.
This is Jamie Bulger here, a little kid here. Look, this is how old he was, about this age. And these were the two kids that did it. They were both 10. And they're about this age now. I don't know if that's the same guy. Is that the same guy you met? No? They try and guess which people it is, but sometimes they get the wrong
So the
guys.
one that lived in
In
the old town that I used to be,
Southern.
yeah, is the fat one.
What this one?
The one that's in prison, not the other
There's one of
one.
them gay now, isn't there? There's one of them
Yeah,
gay.
he's moved to Australia now and he's living as a woman.
Right. He's living as a woman. See?
Yes, and
See what's
he's
happened to
married.
him? Does that not
He's
God's
married,
judgment?
but his partner knows what he did. Um, and I don't want to go into detail, but the
I know.
things they did to that baby,
Yeah.
a 10-year-old would never, a normal 10-year-old would never dream of doing them things.
That was where it happened right there.
And these kids, right? These
Yeah.
kids, he wasn't the first child they tried to take that day.
Wasn't it? Well, wasn't he? Look, this is the
No.
store. This is the mall. This is like a store. They took. This is where they were leading them away. They got caught in CCTV. This was in the 90s. 93? Was it 93?
I was 10, yeah.
93. So yeah, this is them leading him away. Look at the size difference. He's a toddler. They're 10-year-old. These, I mean, you know, they knew exactly what they were doing, man.
One of them's.
Turn my mic up a bit. Are you crazy?
Who said that?
Matthew.
Matthew.
Turn your mic up a bit. Vicky is loud and clear. Your sound is retarded. Talking. Hey, Barry, to you, Bazad, to you. Do I sound low? I can't. Surely my mic's like. If I turn up any louder,
Turn mine down.
Most people tell me to turn the gain down. I can turn Vicky down.
Turn me down.
How do I sound to you though, Matthew? Because I can't trust Matthew. Sorry, Baza. Because I can't trust Matthew's phone.
But no.
Turn down a bit, but I can't really turn me up. I'm on 100%. And if I turn the gain up, then everybody else has got to be blasted out.
They didn't. Them boys didn't go to that shopping centre and come across a child.
No.
They'd already tried to take a child.
See what I mean?
And obviously, back in them days, parents would leave you outside in your pram. You know, all parents used to do it. I've never done it. Obviously, I grew up I was a mum in a different
look at this
time.
as well. They did it in the sight of houses. Look, they didn't care. They did it in the sight of houses. Look.
Listen, I'm not gonna go into detail about what they did, but what they did to that baby.
A bit
was
lower than
evil.
normal, really. Hold on. Yo! Right, let me just turn my gain up a little bit. Hold on. I can't remember which way is up. It does my nut end because the microphone's upside bloody down. Hold on. Where's my phone? Now. Maybe I've knocked it. Oh, shit. I can't remember if the gain is up or down. I can't remember which is way. Hold on. No, I'm fully down. That's why.
There you go.
Is that hold on? Oh yeah, now it's too. Hold on, because it was fully down for some reason. I must have hit it.
Turn it up a little bit more.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
Is that any good? Is that better? Yo, right. As soon as I go a little louder, it goes yellow. So to me, that should be good. Yo, it's starting to go yellow when I do that. So, and if I go yo, it'll go red. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I must
For
have
me
hit
it is.
Was I low to you as well?
A little bit.
Is that okay, Matthew? Are you sure? Because I never know which up or down. Because it was set at something. I set it, but I did hit it with my head earlier, so I must have hit it. It must have came down. So sorry about that.
Yeah. So my uncle.
Hold on. Let me just hear myself. Yeah. Oh, hold on. No, I am low. Hold on. It is low. But even to me, it's low. I can hear it. Hold on. I need to turn up a bit more. Yo. So it's that way. That's how. Yo. Right, it's too high.
Oh.
Yo. Right. Is this any better? Hold on. Let me hear myself.
I can hear you.
Yo. Right, it's too high. Let me hear myself. Right. Is this any better? Hold on. Let me hear myself. Yeah, that's better. Right, that's better. I can hear myself now. Yeah, it was right. It was right down. Okay. I wish somebody would have told me before. I've done like half a stream. Go on, so carry on, babe.
My step uncle isn't the only copper that did what he did in the end.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't live with it, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying these men hadn't seen horrendous things in their career, because they had.
Of course.
But that, and knowing that it was 2 kids and it was planned, and their whole point that day was to take a child and do what they did.
Aye.
For me, I don't think they should ever have been released. The whole point that day was to take a child and do what they did. Why
Right.
can I hear myself?
Sorry, it's because I put it on to hear me to see if it was still loud enough. Go on.
Yeah. So they're evil, and listen, I wish them nothing but bad.
I know. Unless, I
because
mean, look,
they've all done.
unless they repent, which I doubt it now if he's turned trans and all that.
Well,
Unless they
one's in
repent,
prison.
but yeah, still in jail. He keeps going back to jail, didn't he?
Because he's a peddler.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the other one turned into pedo, didn't he? Yeah. And the other one's trans.
And lives in Australia as a woman.
So
apparently.
they didn't change their ways whilst in prison. In fact, they didn't really get proper prison. It was more like a school, a secure unit.
I think they did like 10 years, something like that.
What, in real jail once they turned 18?
No. I think as a sentence.
Yeah, no, for as a sentence they did 10 years, but they didn't, it wasn't even real jail. It was like a secure unit. It was a secure unit, which is more like a school that you live at and don't get out of. You know? Like a boarding school, but you can't get out the gates. Sometimes you get out at weekends, but they wouldn't have. I don't think they would have got out.
Because of them kids, the laws in Britain changed.
They
so
did,
now,
yeah.
like, we can't reveal the identity of somebody who's under 18.
Yeah, if they're committed a murder or something, yeah.
No, anything.
Oh, really? What, even if a kid's not killed?
Yeah, if they're under 18, only in certain circumstances do the judges lift the gag order so they can be named, but only in some. So,
yeah, see?
But and they got new identities, and one of them was moved to where I lived,
Mm-hmm.
and the night, because it was when all the pictures were out in the papers, when people were saying like they were out and that.
Aye.
And he was in the pub, and some of the boys were like, that's you in the paper, that's you. And they took him outside and they did some physical things to him.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I've never seen the town I lived in like it. They closed off every road.
Yeah, well.
No cars were allowed in.
They were protected. They were protected, those kids.
But listen, they're not meant to be anywhere near each other. But the other one was in Stratford upon Avon. So they were both in the same county, under the same council.
And they're from Liverpool. Obviously, they couldn't go back to Liverpool. They'd be killed.
The night the one was moved from Southam, the other one was moved from Stratford.
Bad, isn't it?
But yeah, listen, they're monsters. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, they were, and they haven't changed. So there's no repentance. You know?
And the worst thing is, it wasn't the one who's in prison for being a pedo that the police said was the worst. That one is the one that's living as a woman in
There's
Australia.
one I think that one was led, but they still knew what he was doing. Like, I think one was led more by the other, wasn't that?
John Venables was the one that was led. He's the peddler.
See, when you hear Venables, you think that's the worst one, don't you? When you hear the name.
No. So he is because he is a convicted pedo as well as a convicted.
He is now, yeah, but that's probably because of what he's went through, and he's like turned into a pedo.
The other one, Robert Thompson, was said to be by the police and everyone that he was actually the worst one. He was the one that, See,
do you think those kids? Do you think those kids had a happy life at home? I don't think so. There must have been something going on at home for them to do that.
But hold on. A lot of kids don't live in happy homes.
Oh no, I know that. I'm not freaking excusing it. I'm just saying, do you think that they had a happy home? I can't see it. I can't see it.
I just listen. I think if you've one's gone.
I didn't have a happy home. Yes, I've been done with manslaughter. I got it dropped. It was a big mistake. You know what I mean? Did I know what I was doing? Yes, I did. Absolutely. But is it something I've repented of? Yes, absolutely. Is it something I've been forgiven of? Absolutely. It was a mistake. It shouldn't have happened. It wasn't an intentional thing. This is different. This was intentional.
Yeah,
this was deliberate.
They went out of their way to do it. And listen, if you don't know about the case, read up on it. The things.
Yeah. The thing is, if I do anything on YouTube about it, it'll probably get taken down. Look at when I tried to put something of Hitler up, and it wasn't in agreement with Hitler. It was about Hitler having a bloody secret kid. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying to anybody that's listening that doesn't know the case and wants to know.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that. I'm just saying, if I tried to do it, I mean, I
But
could try and do it, but
listen, in America, they could probably get their real identities because they're not subject to a gagging order.
well, yeah, of course. I dare say people
But
have done it in America because there's people in America well acquainted with the case. They wouldn't have liked
we
it
have.
either.
The thing is,
And they'll have relatives in Liverpool. You know what I mean? Liverpool's across the sea from Ireland. Then across the sea from Ireland, you've got America. So of course they're related. You know
but
what I mean?
the thing is, not only did they get new identities, their parents did, and John Venables is known for letting out who he actually is. So,
Yeah.
while it's costing everybody in Britain that pays taxes money to keep their identity secret,
Hmm.
and for what, okay, when they come out and they were kids, okay, right, but he went on to reoffend not once, more than once.
I know.
So his identity should be given up. Do you know why? Because it would keep more children safe from him,
Yeah.
because he's already unalived one
Yeah.
and got indecent images of others. So I have, hopefully one day when they meet God,
Well, they will meet God.
he will deal with them.
Well, they certainly will. I mean, they knew what they were doing. So unless there's repentance, they're going the same places where other unrepentant people go. You know, simple.
But yeah, I just listen.
And listen,
I
they're from Liverpool. They'll know about I know Catholics is religion, but they'll know about God and sin, and you know.
they're just evil.
Hmm.
There's
Even a
no other.
10-year-old, you'll know about it. Even if your family wasn't that religious in Liverpool, there's usually
They're the
someone
same
that.
age as me.
What?
They're the same age as me because I was 10 when they did it and they were 10.
Yeah.
And I remember being sat down with my parents.
I was in. I was. It was this. I was in. It's the year I came to Coventry for 3 years, 3.5 years.
And I was
Um,
asked what I
I was
thought of it.
17. I was 17 or 16, coming on 17.
Because
I
my
remember. I
parents
remember it
didn't,
well. I
my
remember it.
parents couldn't
If I
understand
can
how
hear
it,
me coming through your phone,
I can't.
I can.
Anyway, my parents asked me what I thought of it at 10 because they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't understand how a 10-year-old, any
Mm-hmm.
10-year-old, would think that that was okay. And obviously, I didn't think it was okay. Thought it
No,
was
of course not.
disgusting, even at 10.
Of course not.
But
Right.
yeah,
Can we get on with
love
this
you.
time? Right. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye, baby. Right. Let's continue with this. That was a little beeline. It's a little segue on something else. It was a little transition. Now I'm transitioning back, doing a little segue back. Shoo. There we go.
He looked like a monster.
Well, it's her name's Caitlin now, and she doesn't look like a monster.
Oh, yes, he
Terrible
does.
leg.
Bruce is Caitlin now. Bruce is Bruce, and he does look like a monster. Even if he's a 72-year-old, he does not look like an old woman. He looks like an old melted man trying to be a woman. Let me just see if I can get a picture of Mr. Jenner. Oh, sorry. Mrs. Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce Jenner. Don't tell me it's got to come up with not such a person. Images. Yeah, see? I knew it. Look at this crap. Look at this crap. As soon as I typed it in, Bruce Jenner, look what I've typed in at the top there. Can you see it? Oh, no, you can't see it yet. Can you see it? Yeah, I'm wrong one. Right, at the top, let me blow it up for you. I typed in Bruce Jenner, right? Look. And what do I get? I type in Bruce Jenner, and it comes up Caitlyn Jenner. Obviously, you've got Bruce Jenner signed it, all that stuff here, but it's, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Couldn't even it couldn't even do what I told it to do. No, tell me there's no narratives here. Unbelievable. So, he used to be a good looking guy back in the 80s. He was a bloody athlete. I mean, look. He's a normal, decent looking dude. And then he does that. I mean, he doesn't look, that's a while ago. What does he look like now? I mean, is that now? No, that's not now, because he's not 72 there. Let me see if it'll give me a now. Because that's not now, no way. Looks worse than that. I mean, that's bad enough. I mean, that's a woman. Really? Look, this is a woman. I mean, this is all makeup and stuff. Still doesn't look like a woman. But this is him as a woman. Lovely. Lovely. I mean, what was wrong with him as a guy? I mean, what the hell? Is it just Hollywood for you? Anyway, whatever.
She has terrible legs. I'll give you that. Her legs are gross.
She has terrible
But
legs.
I think she's a pretty woman for her age, 72 years old. I'm pretty impressed. You put you in a sundress, Jesse, and you're not going to be strutting around LA looking like that
He's
either.
not going to
So.
put on a sundress. He's not going to put on a sundress,
Your
is he?
fans are sending in something that says, I stand with Willow pictures. What is that about?
Well, it's because, Jesse, I don't know if you've realized it, but over the last little while, the term gender dysphoria has been kind of thrown to be a slur, like it's not acceptable anymore. And I come from the trans med community, and that means that I believe we have a medical issue. Okay, it's a mental issue.
Yes, it's a mental issue. So you get the mental issues sorted out, not the body. You get the mental issue sorted out, or you get the demons out. You know what I mean? The mental issue sorted. It's not the body you change, it's your mind you change. Your mind. And your heart. And your heart.
something that's not right where I don't identify in the body. I don't think gender is a spectrum. There's male and female, that's it. And I'm tired of all these
a trans woman, basically dressed up as a woman, has got some principles about pronouns and the spectrum of gender. So he thinks there's male and female. Fair enough, there is just male and female. But you think you can transition from one to another? You can be picky enough to say there's male and female. But, see, they go by the feelings, but you can't be picky enough to say, all right, I was born as a male, I feel like a woman, there must be something wrong with my mind, not my body, not your gender, your mind. Wow.
binaries, unicorn, owlkin, coming out.
So
here
we're
trying-
binary. Fine, I agree. Male and female. There's no non-binary, but you're not a good candidate for that, really. Since you're transitioning from one to the other, you can't be a good candidate for that whole alleged spectrum where it's not. But I agree with him, but it's weird that he would have that position.
Trying to steal my oppression points that we've been working on for
Trying to
decades.
steal my oppression points. Wow. So it's a competition. Watch, you'll just say that LGBT. That's it. LGBTQ and nothing else. Watch.
So these NBs and the Q plus, they can go get their own umbrella. LGBT, that's it.
LGBT. That's it. So see, it just shows how they go by the feelings, how you know, how selective they are when it comes to this thing. How can they not see if they can, if there's no such thing as non-binary, which there isn't, like gender fluid, whatever you want to call it, then how can you not see that this, if you think they are mad in the head, why can you not see that you're not right in the head for thinking that you're born different gender from what you are, your body, your biology actually tells you? That's stupid. All sounds gay to me, right, Roger? Make it less gay, eh? Make it less gay.
And
So,
that's why they stand for Willow.
so you want the right to be screwed up. Why don't they have the right to be that way?
Right, exactly. I mean, I agree. There is no such thing as that, but why do you have the right but they don't?
They can be, but don't call themselves trans. A trans person is someone with dysphoria, not somebody that got a
So
buzz
you
cut.
agree, if you've got a dysphoria of some sort and you agree it's a mental illness, why you change your body rather than your mind? If it's a mental illness, why aren't you changing your mind rather than your body?
And dyed it purple, and now all of a sudden they're genderqueer. It doesn't work like that.
But what, don't they have a right to degrade
Look
themselves?
at it. Look, even the way he's sitting and moving his head and all that, getting that hair out of his face. He doesn't look it doesn't look natural to him, flicking that hair out of his face. He doesn't do it like a woman. You know, he does it agitate. He does it like a dude that would have curtains like I used to do. I'd be like, get out of my hair. A woman flicks it. You know? This dude.
Just as you're doing for yourself,
Yes,
or
they
to
do.
yourself.
Yes, they do. But they
So
do
why
not
do
have
you
the
be?
right-
Why are you mad at them for having the right to be screwed up?
Because they are hijacking the trans movement.
See, it's all about like, oh no, they can't join. I thought these kind of people were all inclusive, like we accept everybody, these woke, you know, these lefty type people. But look, even you know, they're not even accepting of each other. Not even accepting of each other.
They're not trans. They're not transitioning to nothing.
So
They're going from a male.
Trans doesn't mean transitioning. Trans comes from Latin. What does I've still got the light on. Trans from transgender doesn't mean transitioning. So that's stupid. What does trans mean? It's Latin for meaning a change across. Hold on. Let me just find out. Trans meaning in Latin. I'm sure it's in Latin. In Latin. Right. Get that bloody torch off. It means, oh, go away. Right. So trans. Right. Let me get it up in here. Aye. Right. In Latin, trans is a preposition and a prefix that means across, beyond, on the other side of. It doesn't mean transitioning. Across, beyond, through, and the other side of. It doesn't mean transitioning at all. It means to be on the other side of. Across. I remember when transmission, right, bro? Right, bro, exactly. Exactly. Let me ask, what does trans mean in transgender? See if it means transitioning. Because I don't think it does. Trans meaning in trans. If it is, then it's a hijack. If it does mean to transition in transgender, then trans prefix. Right, that'll do. In transgender. Why is it said that? Oh, because I've put transgender. Right. Beyond on the other side. It doesn't tell you, it doesn't say to transgender women, individuals, male and female, who identify as live as women. It doesn't mean transition. I mean, across or beyond. I don't know how that means transition. I mean, in this cisgender bullshit, I don't think it means that. I don't think it means that at all. So someone whose gender identity doesn't identify. Sorry, when combined with gender, it describes someone whose gender identity goes across or differs. Across is different from transition. Well, or differs from the biological sex they were assigned to as birth. It doesn't mean transitioning. It doesn't. It means across. It's a different meaning. I suppose you could loosely equate across to transition. Going across something, you're doing, there's some kind of transition, a bridge in the middle. That's a transition of some sort. But it doesn't directly mean transition. Anyway. Weird.
Whatever they want. That's not how it works. That's not dysphoria.
So define NB.
I'll leave the
for
song,
me.
go grab a
What does that
coffee.
mean exactly?
NB
That's a good comment,
is the
Matthew.
acronym for non-binary, and that's what they're called. NB. That's what they're called in the community.
Right.
And they are the ones that, if you say
Oh, that's what they're called in the community. So are you talking about in their community or in the community? That means that was a pronoun, that was a definite word, definite article word, the community. So you're talking about the community you're in. So now you're including them. If you said there, that would be different. You said the community. So it's like the definite article. You're included in that. So now you're including them. Weird.
gender dysphoria, they will get offended. They will attack you. They will send death threats. They are the ones out on the streets with the signs yelling at everybody. It's not us, okay? I just want to blend in as a woman. That's all I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do a pretty good job of it.
No.
He's got something wrong. He's got something against the blue hairs and the pink hairs and the septum piercings. Wow. How hypocritical, man. So hypocritical. The whole world, man, so hypocritical.
Oh, you don't look like a woman at all.
Besides my chin, if I hide my chin, yes, I do.
If I hide, you think you look like a woman, dude. You don't. You really, really don't. If you hide your chin, you still look like a dude. You've got a dude's nose. You've got a dude's forehead. You've got dude's eyes. You look like a dude. You've got dude's fingers. You look like a dude. I mean, your nails aren't even that long.
You gotta You gotta do more than that.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, I can
guarantee you that's not just his opinion. I can guarantee you that's not just his opinion. It's my opinion too. You'll need a hell of a lot more than that to make you look like a woman.
Stevie Wonder can see that you're not a woman.
Well, I've sold hundreds of dollars of feet photos.
I'll go make a coffee. I'll leave this on.
Woman, so.
Hey, it'd be great if he was a flat earther though, Barzai. It'd be great if he knew the truth about that. And of Christ. Obviously.
You said that there shouldn't be any cis women in sports, right?
Again, here we go.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Cis is something they put onto us. We are not cis women and cis men. We are not cis women and cis men. We are just women and men, male and female. That's it. Cis, you put that on us. We didn't put that on us.
You said there shouldn't be any cis women in sports.
Oh, yeah, cis women in sports.
What's a cis woman?
A cis woman is a woman that was born as a woman. She's biologically a woman. It's just.
So I don't understand. You guys so you're saying a real woman should not be in sports?
No, they're slower, they're weaker, they're emotional.
Oh my goodness.
You know, if you want to watch women's
So
sports,
he thinks there shouldn't be normal women, not cis women, just women, born as female. He doesn't think they should be in female sports because they're weak. It's because you're a man. You shouldn't be in their sports. If you want a transgender sport, have a transgender sport league. I wouldn't friggin' watch it, but you go and do your own shit. Leave the women's sport to the women's sports. You arsehole. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. How dare he say that? How dare he say that women shouldn't have sports? Normal women shouldn't have sports, but you should. But you're trying to say you're one of them, but yet they can't have sports. So you're trying to rip off one of them and call them something that they're not, cisgender, they're female, they're women. And you want to say that they can't do sports because they're weak, because you're a dude and you shouldn't be in their sports. You go in a guy sport, or if you want transgender sport, go and have your own friggin' division that nobody would friggin' watch except your own. That is terrible to say that about an actual woman. I don't think women should be in men's sports either, but women should have their own sports, of course. Why not? But you should not be in theirs, and they should have got more right to women's sports than you. And you're trying to be one of them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sorry, got to grab this coffee.
Watching trans women's sports.
Yes.
Give us
Go
a
and do it
chance.
then.
We're
And
faster, we're bigger, we're stronger. We can score more goals.
but that's
Because you're a man. Because you're a friggin' man. A dude. Simple. You're the one trying to make yourself a friggin' woman, but yet now you're saying you're stronger, you're faster. That's because you're a man. And I bet you'll be the slowest of the men.
because you were born as a male.
Yeah, I know.
But shouldn't women? It's okay for women to play, participate in sports against one another, but they shouldn't be allowed to play against men. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess they can compete against each other, but when a woman like me joins their league, all of a sudden there's a lot of talk and issues, and that I, am too rough and too physical. So you know what? Screw it. Let's just make trans leagues. If they're going to be weak like that.
But who would want to watch a bunch of drag queens playing sports?
Well, I'm not a drag queen. I'm a trans woman. There's a big difference, Jesse.
But you are a man in a dress, so you're a drag queen. You can call it whatever you want. But in reality, it's a drag queen, right?
No, a drag queen is like an adult entertainer, Jesse. I'm not an adult entertainer, okay? I don't go to clubs and do shows and dance.
Oh.
I'm a proper lady. I'm just an average woman.
I'm a proper lady.
What is funny?
Oh, God.
And he's right. Who the hell would want to watch a bunch of drag queens playing sports? He's right. Except the drag queens themselves. I can't believe that annoyed me. Like saying women shouldn't play their own sport. Oh my goodness. And you are trying to rip off being a woman, but you're saying they shouldn't play their own sport. Unbelievable. That is so bad. I've got nothing against women's sports. Just don't try and compete in men's sports if you're a woman, because you're outclassed. And different physical strengths, different physical attributes in different sports. There's sports that women be better in, obviously. In their own groups. And men are better in their own groups. You don't mix it. Like, women play netball. I couldn't play bloody netball. I need a backboard. You know what I mean? So, one of them. I don't know if you have netball in the States. It's like female type basketball. They haven't got a backboard. They just have to hoop it all the time. But they can't move. They can't move with the ball. I couldn't do that. I have to move. You know what I mean? Well, I think I see the problem here. He's just a dude. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Roger. He's a dude. Talking about women shouldn't be in women's sports. But he's stronger. He's faster. That's why he should. Yes, because you're a man. Do you not see the hypocrisy in what you're saying? You're saying you're a woman. You're saying you're female when you're not. And you're saying you're female, but yet females, cisgendered, you mean actual females, should not play their sports because they're weaker. You don't see the hypocrisy in what you're doing there. And you're trying to be one of them. Go and create your own friggin' league. I won't watch it for sure. Well, it might be a laugh. Not an adult entertainer, just a retard. Right, exactly.
Let me know down below how insane you think this guy is, because clearly Jesse Lee Peterson can see the same thing. Like, really, bro? You want to pretend like you're going to pass on?
That would be good. I wouldn't want Nathan to be his usual debating self like he is on his own show. Like he is towards the baltards. I wouldn't like him. I'd like to have him have a proper conversation with them. That'd be great. Yeah, nice one, bro. Bless you, man. We ain't got many in tonight. We only got 5. It's probably because of the topic. I just thought this was funny. I thought it had to be shown.
Off as a woman, like the delusion of these individuals is just so absolutely
Delusional.
embarrassing. Like this guy, this beta male, all right? So he used to come on here apparently, and then he comes on now after putting on a wig. He's going to be a woman because he wasn't happy with his own skin, probably because he wasn't the guy who was really, getting whatever he needed to get. And then just to appease his own feelings, he decided to go this route
Aye,
in
that's
order
cool.
to make himself as happy as he could possibly be. Right? I mean, just make it make sense. Just make it make sense, folks. And now he wants to just chop this off and cut this off. Oh my God. Like the idea that this is the fix, the idea that this is the solution, the idea that you are pretending while being in your own body that you are in fact pretending, like that's the lie. That's the crazy part. They find more truth in lying to themselves rather than simply admitting the truth that's already there. Absolutely insane, folks. And if you want to help support the channel and grow this community, don't forget to subscribe. As most of you aren't, I'd appreciate it. Hit that like button and let's get back in.
Get back in.
What are you laughing at, Jesse?
I'm laughing at you. It's just funny. You just reminded me of something. There are a lot of drag queens, not a lot, but there are drag queens going to libraries reading so-called stories to children. Should a drag queen be allowed to read a story to children at a library?
I'm going to say no on that.
Why?
This is a touchy subject in the community. And I feel that
I would say no to that as well. I would agree with him. But do you see the hypocrisy? You would present yourself as female to a kid. If a kid came up to you in the street and called you Mister, you'd say, oh, sorry, I'm a Mrs. So do you not see the hypocrisy? I agree with him, but do you not see the hypocrisy with you trying to be a woman?
queens are very sexualized people. Show me a drag queen that doesn't sell sex in some way. Why would you want people who sell sex to be influencing children? Children should not be sexualized at all. Children should be children. That's it.
I agree.
Completely agree. Completely agree.
Why do you think, because drag queens are like really low-life people, why do you think parents and the heads of these libraries allow drag queens to talk to children? Why are they allowing that at all?
Because they're told to. Because of the political correctness garbage. It started way back in the 90s, late 80s, 90s. Started getting worse and worse and worse till it wasn't just political correctness. It was just governing what you can say, which is just ridiculous. Hold on, what did he say again?
Low-life people, why do you think parents and the heads of these libraries allow drag?
Oh, yeah, because they're told to. Because they're pressurized into saying if you don't let these people in, then you are being anti-diverse. You're going against the establishment. You know what I mean? You're going against what they want you to do, against what society wants you to do. Think of what God would think of you rather than society. Think of what God thinks about you rather than society.
Queens to talk to children. Why are they allowing that at all?
I think it's progressive points. And that's what I'm talking about, that the LGBT community has been hijacked by these extremist progressives. And we have been silenced in the background while these...
Would you not say you're an extremist progressive with turning yourself from a woman, from a man to an alleged woman? Cutting your bits off, you're talking about growing boobs. You know, I mean, it's very selective, isn't it? They're meant to be all inclusive. They're so bad. They don't even accept their own. But yet, he said earlier, the community, which means not their community, not my community. It's just the community. So he must be in that community.
Loud little dipshits with buzz cuts scream in your faces. And so you have...
They've got buzz cuts, but you've got a wig. They've got buzz cuts, which is the real hair. Yes, it's a horrible cut for a woman. Yes, but you have got fake hair.
You know, you have places that are giving into this, and they're playing into this progressiveness for these progressive points. That's all it is. They're not actually trying to help us. If they wanted to help the LGBT community, it's a lot they can do besides bring a stripper into a library.
Yeah. The last time you were here, you came in as a man, a male, but you were homosexual or something, right?
No, I was not homosexual. I was straight at the time. You said I seemed feminine. That's what we had the argument.
yeah, right. And what was your name before?
So you were straight at the time. So you're a man that liked women, and now you would say you're a lesbian because you're a woman who likes a woman. Is this it? Or have you gone to men now? I mean, what the hell? What the hell, man? That's so bad.
I had it here, but they took it out. I don't remember.
My dead name is William Michael.
William Michael. And so you came.
William. Well, yeah, I thought it would have been William. My name like Willow. Willow is my sister's dog's name, and my sister's called Bill, and her man's called Will, and their son's called William. So my sister's called Billy Ann, which is Billy in the UK. Well, as you know, short for William, because my dad was called Billy, William. But her man, her husband's called William. He gets called Will, and the son's called William, and the dog's called Willow.
In as William Michael, as a feminine male. What made you decide, you know what, I'm just going to be a woman?
Because I finally just kind of realized, you know,
I wasn't. You just came to realization. Oh, that's it. That's why I'm like this. I must be a woman. See? On your thoughts, on your feelings, on your ponderings. Nothing to do with being born in the wrong body. You just realized. Shut up. Shut up. It's a choice. It was a choice.
I wasn't happy as a boy. You know, it's just, I just kind of wanted to do the transition, and I met some friends that were also trans, and it just kind of one thing led to the other. And next thing you know, I want to chop my penis off.
So that's how you put it. I want to chop. So next thing you know, I want to chop my penis off. Why? Because they're doing it. You think it's great. You could live like that. Not because you think you're actually female, but because they're doing it. That's why. I mean, so that's why I chop up. Notice how he talks about the body part rather than wanting to be female. You know. So he's not. There's no such thing as a female being born in the wrong body. There's no such thing. You're a man. It's your mind that's telling you this. You've admitted it. And now you're talking about chopping it. You're doing it to chop. That's why you want to chop off your parts, because you're with these other trans and you just realized. So to do with your feelings, to do with what they were doing, to do with attention, because they get a lot of attention. In the wrong way, obviously. But yeah, you've got some weirdos out there that only go out with trans people. Like, it's so weird what the world's turned into. I mean, yes, we had it in the days of Noah. You know, we had it back then. Look at and afterwards, you know, look at Sodom and Gomorrah. Hold on a minute. Yeah, of course. I just had to check myself then. Yeah, of course. Sodom and Gomorrah was after Noah. Yeah, I did say that. I was thinking, am I right? Am I right? Of course it's after Noah. So yeah, no times of Noah and afterwards, you know. Look what was going on there. So it's always happened. It's just more open nowadays. Like when I was a kid, I would never have known anybody, a woman, a man wanting to chop his bits off. I heard of gays and lesbians, but you never seen them. And if you did see them, you only knew about them, and everything else was indoors. They didn't walk around hand in hand. You didn't see them together, you know. They never went. It just didn't see it when I was a kid. Knew about it, you just didn't see it. But this is extreme. This is talking about chopping bits off your body. You know what I mean? And the bits that you need to reproduce also. Because when you transition, like, you can't reproduce. Never reproduce. So, well, that's kind of what your bits are for. Yes, there's pleasure in it, but mainly, what did the God say? Go forth and multiply. How'd you do that? By bumping uglies, you know? And when you guys bump uglies, that really is ugly. Must be. Gotta be.
Because I do have bottom dysphoria too, where I don't identify with that.
I have bottom dysphoria, so he doesn't agree with his bottom half. Again, dysphoria, mental illness, deal with the mind, not with the friggin' body.
So whenever you go to the bathroom and you see it, you like wonder what is this? Who does it belong to?
It's not who does it belong to. It's just like, why is this here? The way I put it, Jesse, is if you inhale the
It's there because that's what you were born as. You were assigned it at conception. God assigned you a gender at conception, wherever, before conception, whatever. But at conception, that's when your gender was assigned. It was revealed at birth or on a scan. But usually, old school ways, it would have been at birth. But now you can tell on a scan. Not always, but now you can tell on a scan. So it was just revealed at birth. It wasn't assigned at birth. It was assigned at conception.
Balloon, okay, and your voice went high pitch, and then it stayed like that forever, and you had to go out and talk to your friends and come on your show, you would feel like that voice doesn't belong to you. You'd feel emasculated. You'd feel uncomfortable.
That's because it doesn't belong to him. It happened because he inhaled helium. And if it stayed like that, then it would have been because it stayed like that. That was a mistake. That was something he shouldn't have done, you know? You were born that way. Some things are just axiomatic. You were born that way. You weren't born wrong. That happened because he inhaled bloody helium. Of course it'd be embarrassing, but that is because he did something.
That's the way I kind of describe the dysphoria I feel.
What
Not
doesn't
that it doesn't belong to me.
do you feel embarrassed walking down the street looking the way you look now?
No, not at all. I'm proud. Men like it.
Really?
I get lots of attention, and I got a great ass. So.
Oh my goodness. I get lots of attention and I got a great ass. But yet you got a man chest, a man face, and a Kurt Cobain cut from the 90s. You look more like a grunge artist than a bloody sorry. Yeah, of course. I was saying, what was I saying sorry for? Then a tranny. Then a woman, because you're not a woman.
I have very long legs.
Is this an act that you're putting on?
No, it's not.
You got very long legs. Yeah, because you were born with legs. That was in your genetics to have long legs. It doesn't make you a woman because you got long legs. A lot of women have got short legs.
Not an act?
No, it's not an act. This is who I am.
Amazing.
One commonality that I see between the trans community and the rest of the LGBTQ is that they are all chasing this idea of happiness. Everyone is so focused on trying to be happy. And I think this shows, obviously, to the feminine nature of the entire group, that happiness is such a focus, literally on every single level. So much so that they are willing to hurt themselves, wreck themselves mentally, physically, all to chase something that you're never really going to have. Like, life isn't fair. Life is not about happiness. It never was. Life is about survival. because if you don't survive, nothing else matters. So screw your happiness. And happiness can lie to you. Happiness can lead you astray. Happiness can, put you in places that you otherwise had not been in had you been thinking rationally. Instead, you're chasing happiness.
Right.
Like this whole idea that this should be the end point for your entire livelihood is to be happy is just sending people down absolutely self-destructive paths, because that's not the way it works. No, you survive, you build, you become skillful, and then as a byproduct of doing all the things that you need to do to learn how to take care of yourself, then you can be happy afterwards from that, because you're independent, you're capable, you can, enforce your will throughout the world, you can get rewards for your effort, right? You can do all this. That helps to be happy, not just chopping pieces of you off because some idiot doctor and therapist told you this was a good idea. If you ask me, what this guy needed to learn is how to be happy and content and strong in his own frame, rather than pretending to be something he's not, just so he can feel better.
Real fast, you said that did you hear about, I wanted to ask you about this. There is something called a trans MMA fighter, and that person being named the bravest athlete in history. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I have.
And what's his name?
I'm not sure.
Fallon Fox or something.
Mm-hmm.
Fallon Fox.
Yes, yes.
It's a trans. The world is all messed up. MMA fighter. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what that is?
Mixed martial arts. Come on, Jesse. Surely you know what MMA is.
Yes, an MMA fighter is a mixed martial arts fighter. Do you know what UFC is?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No. MMA is different. Yeah, they do the same stuff, but MMA is a different organization than UFC. MMA is a different organization. I'm sure it is.
And it's a trans woman fighting in the MMA, fighting against women.
So it's a man dressed in women clothes, pretending to be a woman, fighting against other women, right?
No, it's someone who identifies as a woman that is on estrogen and did a transition to woman. But, I don't know how I feel about that, because me personally, My
bad. I thought MMA had their own organization. They don't. MMA is just mixed martial. That's the sport they do. Right. No, he was right enough. He was right enough. I was wrong. I thought there was a different organization. I thought it was an organization called MMA. Unless it was just, before it was UFC, I'm sure they just called it MMA, didn't they? Maybe that's why I'm getting confused.
Literally beat the crap out of any cis woman. There is not a woman that could take me in the world. I
dare say there is a woman that could take you, but in a general sense, no. No, there's no woman that could take you in general, no. But I dare say there is a woman out there that could take you, 100%. There's a woman out there that could fight. It could probably fight you and take you down. But in a general sense, no, because you're probably a weak man, but a strong trans man. But yeah, in general, you could, because you're a man. That's why. 6'3",
220 pounds. I'll beat your girl's ass.
You're a big man.
You wouldn't want to put me in the ring with a woman. I think it would be unfair to a female.
This so-called
it would be unfair to a female. Don't you think you're a female? Don't you think you're a female? So it's so hypocritical. It's so bad.
MMA fighter, I read that he broke 2 girls' skulls.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. That person should be in jail, don't you think?
Well, it's MMA. If it was sanctioned and they all agreed to it and they went into the arena and they started throwing punches, it's on. I'll tell you what, if a woman comes up to me and throws a punch, I'm going to put her out. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't hit a woman intentionally. If a woman tries to hit me, I would just stop her. I would just grab her. If anything, if I had to put her on a button holder down, I would. I'm not going to hit her. But yeah, is the woman deserve to be hit when they hit a man? Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I mean, if you did that here in the UK, I mean, you'd probably get away with it now. But at one point, you'd be done for women beating, without a doubt. Section 20.
Trans people have been banned from the military. Is that a good idea?
In a way, yes. In ways, no. I still think trans people should be able to serve their country if they want to. But like I made a post about this other day where I don't think I should be around a bunch of sex-starved men that haven't seen their wives in 6 months. I'm just going to be.
Oh my goodness! You think if you were in the army, a bunch of sex-starved men? I mean, there might be one in the group that's a bit freaky. You know what I mean? But you think that you're going to get loads of men hassling you about trying to come on to you if you're in the army? Are you kidding me? Just because they're away from their wives? I don't think so. I do not think so.
Object, they're going to be drooling over me all day. I should not be in that environment. So I am.
They're not going to drool over you. What makes you think they would drool over you? Unless there's someone in the army that goes with that likes that. But you think that all the men are going to be over? No, they're not. They'll be looking at photos of their wives and phoning their wives when they can. They won't be looking at you. If they're looking at you, it'll be to think, whoa, what a strange, what's that? You know what I'm saying. They'll be looking at you to laugh. Sorry to be blunt, but they'll be looking at you to laugh. Because you don't make a woman. You're a dude. Simple.
Not mad about it.
You think that if you were in the military that there would be men drooling over you?
Yes.
I seriously doubt that.
I seriously doubt
When
that.
they've gone months without seeing their wives and they get a.
That's not drool, sweetheart. It's sick. Oh, I'm glad you were so nice to him and called him sweetheart, Bazza. It would be sick. It would be sick. Right. Exactly, bro.
Glimpse of me in the morning? Yes.
But I think if they saw you coming, they would leave the military.
I doubt that.
So what?
I doubt that.
You don't look like a woman at all.
You don't.
Well, Jesse, I'm just starting, and I do not wear makeup. I'm a natural woman. So
You're not. I'm a natural woman. You told everybody you're not. A natural woman to you is a cisgendered woman. Are you cisgendered in your own terms? No, you're not. So how are you a natural woman? You're not a natural woman. You're a natural dude. My goodness.
I could be one of the ones that plaster my face in makeup and try to be something I'm
Man,
not.
feel like a
I'm natural,
woman. Hey,
and
JJ.
I have natural beauty. I have nice cheekbones. It's just the chin. That's it.
Take
just
your,
the chin.
take your
Salute.
wig off. Let me see what you look like.
No, I will not, Jesse. I'm growing my hair out right now, and it's. No, I will not do that.
No, let me see what you look like without the wig.
On live camera?
Yeah.
Jesse,
He's doing it.
that's.
You look better.
You look like a guy. I mean, you're a dude. Why? Just keep it that way. Friggin' hell.
As a man.
Yes, but it's just not me, Jesse.
It ain't you. It's your head that ain't right. It's your head that ain't right. Not your dick. It's your head.
It's just not me. I may look better, but I'm not happier. So
But you need to find out how a way to be happy before you really screw your body up. And
So much better as a dude because you're a natural dude. Simple as that. You might be slightly effeminate, but you look like a dude. Stay as a dude, bro. Stay as a dude. Don't chop it off. Repent. You know what I mean? And come in the Christ crew.
you'll regret it later.
well, I have put a lot of thought into this. It's not like I'm just jumping into it.
Yeah.
I think
understand
you
the
are.
dangers, and I.
Well, the last time you came on as a man, Jesse said. How long ago could that have been? You couldn't put that much thought into it. I mean, surely you're going to cut stuff off your body. This is something that you really, 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 really ought to not even think about at all. Don't do it.
to many doctor's appointments where they have to make sure that I do have dysphoria, and they agreed. So, I'm not rushing into the reassignment surgery, but I'm on hormones and I want tits. I'll tell you that.
I think that's just being perverted. It's because you can't get our hands on actual women's boobs, so you got to grow your own. Come on now. So bad.
It is amazing.
Now, I will actually agree with this point that this guy on the right had to say. No, I don't agree that women should be on the front lines around sex-starved men in the military. I've known a lot of people who've been in the military themselves, and they all tell the same stories about what happens. Like, it gets messy. But to the idea that you think you throwing on a wig and you're going to turn eyes, bro, like, this is the delusion and insanity
Right.
that you're living
Right.
in. Like, you actually, it's like he recognizes the idea, but he can't figure out that that doesn't apply to him. He's just living in this delusional reality to the point that he really thinks he's going to be the one getting ogled. Absolutely
Right.
crazy, folks. But thanks for watching. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about what Jesse Lee Peterson had to say, wrecking this trans woman in this debate. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.
Right. Cool. Shall we have a look at I've been on 2 hours this side. It's only an 18-minute video of RVs. Shall we have a look at it? The one of the JFK, because it's only I've downloaded it in case it's gone. He said it's only got to be up 12 hours. But if it's not gone off his page, we could just do it from his page. Let's have a look. Because I never thought about the dummy theory. I always thought maybe like, yeah, obviously it's a psyop. But I never thought about their body being replaced, because it's a possibility. I'm not saying it is it. It's the truth, but it's certainly a possibility. Let's have a look at it. What am I trying to do? Yeah. Actually, I've downloaded it. So let's just get it from my side. I've already watched it on his. I've already given a view. If I watched it again, it's not going to count as another view. Or is it? If you watch it twice, does it count as a view again? Let me just see if it's still there. Nah, you can only watch it once. Well, you obviously can watch it more, but does it still count as a view? Oh, Flats is live now as well. I thought he didn't come on the Sunday. Okay, whatever. What am I doing? Oh, what's later? My watch later list. No, right. Yeah, it's still there. Let's watch it from his page because surely it must count as another view. Right. Okay. And then we'll get over Rumble. So. Oh,
The very beginning here of the
yeah, it says
and
hold
his
on.
fake
Says it's only up for 12 hours. JFK Hoax assassination. I downloaded it just in case it was gone, but 5 hours ago, so there's 7 hours left on it. Right. So I never thought about this one before. It's a possibility. I mean, he's definitely here at this point, without a doubt. There. I mean, that's not a dummy there, but I mean, it's also really crap resolution. But there is a cut in the film. And yeah, it does look a bit mad. I've never seen anybody shot in the head, so I don't know what somebody shot in the head would look like. But it kind of does look like a busted pumpkin, doesn't it? Kind of thing. But anyway, let's go. And when you see him on the table, it's completely different. I already knew there was something wrong with the table photographs compared to what you see on the film. Because the table, I mean, there's a hole in his neck, and then there's just his hair's there, the front of his head's there, and then, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Anyway, let's give it a go. I mean, I know he makes comments about Charlie Kirk. I'll keep my comments to that to myself. I still think Charlie Kirk died. I just think he was a victim of the psyop. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But You know, I don't claim to be right. I just claim to believe what I believe because of what I see. Anyway, let's have a look at this.
California assassination in Dallas, Texas. Let's get right to it. See the very beginning here of this footage. You're going to notice a splice. Let's take a look at it.
It does splice. I mean, it splices from a single motorbike there to... I mean, what about the shadows and stuff? Or the shadows... Let's see if there's anybody on the side of the road where you can see shadows. See, the shadows going in the same direction. So it's not too long apart between the splice and the car. Look, if you look at his shadow, it's going in that direction from him. So when the splice comes, I'll tell you what, it seems like, look at the direction of the shadow now. I don't think Harvey mentioned that, but the shadows look like they're going, and it looks like it could be 20 minutes have passed by this time. I mean, look at the direction of the shadows there, where these people are going. Let's have a look again, because that seems to be going in a different angle, like probably like maybe 10, 20 minutes apart. Well, not too far apart. I mean, they do look different. This seems to be going perpendicular from them. You know what I mean? And here, these shadows are certainly different. I don't think Harvey mentioned that. But the shadows going in a different direction. About 10, 20 minutes apart, I would say. That would be. I mean, it's not too far, but they're certainly in a different direction. I mean, if that camera's in the same position and all that, well, not that that should make a difference. Shadows shouldn't look much different. No, it's the same kind of position. I mean, one's kind of zoomed in a bit. It's got the same pole there. It's just out of it. So yeah, the shadows are in different directions. Maybe not too far apart, but they're definitely different directions. That shadow is going in a different direction from this shadow here. Could be wrong about that. It's what it looks like to me. What do you reckon, guys?
Right there. You saw a motorcycle convoy. Then all of a sudden, we see these cars come into play with the convertible with so-called JFK inside. And this is nothing more than a production.
See, he says that she's manipulating the body and stuff like that, the fake body. It's a possibility. It does look a bit mad. It's a bit blurry. The resolution's crap. But, I mean, is this a dummy here? I don't know. Is it a possibility? Yes, of course.
Inside, and this is nothing more than a production with a dummy mannequin in that convertible. I'm going to prove that without a shadow of a doubt. Let's take a look here.
I mean, but wouldn't, if there was a squib and whatever in the pumpkin head, you know, whatever it is made out of, it wouldn't be pumpkin, you know, but, you know, wouldn't that be dangerous for her though? I mean, how much range has a squib got on it if it's inside something compact like that, whatever it's made of? I mean, would putting her head down be enough from a squib? Would it? I don't know. I don't know about these things. I mean, I've got no experience really with firearms or explosives, you know, apart from what I did in Army Cadets, and that was just having a 2.2 rifle, single action, single bolt action, single round at a time, you know. Apart from that, in pellet guns, I haven't really fired guns. I've got a lifetime firearms ban though, just because of her being in prison. So I don't know. Would just ducking down be enough? I don't know. I don't know. Like I say, it's certainly a possibility that this is a dummy. I can't put my 100%.
Take a look at the still shots. I'm going to play the video again, but I'm going to get right to the still shots.
Let me go to the top.
So you see one here. It looks like this band is right here. In part,
it does look like a straight band. Like I say, some people say that's blood, but wouldn't blood be running down his face, not just having a straight line? You know, so I get his point. It does look like a flap of hair went over, like a rug, like a toupee. I do get his point, but like I say, I've never seen a head explode. Hold on, what's that? What is that? It's just a pack of dye with a tiny fire. Oh, just a firecracker. So it's not anything that would blow our head off to make it go pop. So fake blood's right. Okay, got ya. So putting our head down would be enough, right? Okay, so yeah, certainly a possibility.
Part of his hair is coming off. People claim this is blood, but let's take a look at here. As you move the frame forward, it looks like his toupee, what I call a rug on top of this man.
So what he's saying is, like, after the squib went off, she's already got his hand in his body because of the throat action. You know what I mean? So she would have done that or whatever. I don't know. She's got buttons in her hands or buttons on the dummy or whatever. I don't know. So what he's saying is, Jackie is manipulating the dummy, if it is a dummy, you know. Which it's a good theory. I mean, because look how crappy resolution it is. You know, they know what kind of distance to film that. You know, and you'll see something about the guy who filmed it anyway.
His head, it looks like his head is sawed off. It looks like it's flat on top. And there's the so-called blood. It's static from this position to this position. This is a band that held down the toupee that flew off during this production. It's clear as day. So if this is blood, obviously it should flow down, but it's not. This is static. This is again, some type of band to hold down the hair. Let's get back to the video itself and just take a little bit of a look at it once again. So again, you're looking at a mannequin and Jackie's maneuvering the mannequin. It's no so-called shooter, the driver, Lee Harvey Oswald, the cop on the grassy knoll. Those are all red herrings. Take a look as I play this slowly as I move the cursor.
Sam's got to put his name in the text. So just so he knows I've used it. I hope he's all right with that. He was last time. They live truth. That's it. Right. Oh, it's too long. I'll have to put him in the. I'll have to put but they live. I'll have to put him in the JFK Hoax. I'll have to do, and I'll put RV next to. Oh, can I put RV next to it? No. Right, I'll just have to put them in the description. I hope he's all right. But yeah, if he comes over and says stop this now, I'll stop it. But he was all right. But he's only put it out for 12 hours, so I don't know how. I'm sure he'll be all right with it. You know, I mean, surely.
Around. Take a look. Jackie is maneuvering this mannequin. It's not real. Break this down further, but take a look.
I mean, it's a big possibility because even back in the 60s, they had good waxworks and stuff, didn't they? They could make waxworks look pretty human-like, and especially from a distance. You know, I mean, it's certainly a possibility because look even at Jackie. I mean, look at the resolution of her eyeballs. You could make, I mean, it's just a splodge. Doesn't even look like a face, you know. So the resolution's crap for the start, and they knew that back then. So yeah, it's certainly a possibility, man.
There's no shot by Jackie. She is just maneuvering the mannequin around. Now, the so-called gunshot, squib, explosive.
Yeah, the mouse moving the lion, right.
That went off. And here is the fake phony show. Here's the rug that comes off the toupee as Jackie is maneuvering this mannequin. You can clearly see there's the toupee flying off. And once again, this band.
See, it certainly looks like, it doesn't look like, I mean, I don't know what a head looks like when it explodes, guys. I really don't. But I wouldn't, it does look like a flap of hair just goes back. It does look like there's a band there. It looks like his head actually explodes there, but when you see the photos on the table, his head doesn't look like that at all. So do I think this is a big possibility? I do. I can't put 100% on the dummy theory, but why not? I mean, why not? I mean, I certainly know it wasn't friggin' Lee Harvey that shot him, you know. I certainly know that was it Jack Ken? No, Jack Ruby that shot Lee Harvey. Certainly, probably didn't happen, you know. And if it did, it was set up. It was a psyop as well, you know. No matter what, it's some kind of madness going on. So, do I think this is a possibility? I do think it's a good possibility because you can never put a finger on exactly what went on with the JFK. There's all these different theories, and a lot of these theories are probably psyops in themselves, you know. Yeah, me neither. Me neither, Baza. Me neither. It's a good one. It is a good one. I mean, I don't agree with RV on everything, but I mean, I agree with them on a lot. You know, I never considered that the JFK was a dummy until I heard RV mention it. Then I looked back at the footage with new eyes and said, maybe, like me. That's what I'm saying now. Maybe. You know what I mean? Yeah, funny things how you don't always see it until someone else shows you and the penny drops. Right, like with flat Earth, bro. Like with flat Earth. I've always known, like even before I was a flat earther, I knew this. My dad used to go on about, yeah, it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald that did that. There's something wrong there. You know what I mean? My dad said about the moon landing, you know, he says, yeah, there's something dodgy about that as well. They might have gone, but, you know, he certainly believed in space, but he knew there was something dodgy about these things as well. So, like, even before I knew there was dodgy stuff, like in the 90s, we watched the Oliver Stone movie. Good movie. You know, but a lot of people tried to stop that getting made. But that could also be a psyop movie to put you in the wrong direction of what actually happened. You know, the bullet theory and all that kind of stuff. That could be the film. Could have been another psyop. You know, there's psyops running within psyops nowadays. You know it. So yeah, this is a possibility. Of course it is.
That was holding the toupee up. So the squib within the head that went off, as you can clearly see, again, Jackie, and this is nothing more than a production, just like Charlie Kirk. No difference. See this? This is no human.
I agree. I'm not too sure on the Charlie Kirk one yet, but you know, I still know the Charlie Kirk one was a psyop, but you know, I haven't changed my mind until I see other proof. But you know what I've seen so far, it can be answered for. So I still think he died. I think he was a victim of a psyop, but I could be wrong in that also. You know, I could be wrong in that also.
His head gonna be blind if you cannot see that. The problem is, with a blinded mind, the eyes can't see. When it comes down to it, play that again. Slowly look at this. Slowly analyze it. Let it sink in. Heads don't explode. Gunshots don't make heads explode like this.
Like say, I don't know what a head looks like explosion. I've never experienced it, but look, it doesn't look right. You know, I mean, you just get a feeling about it. That doesn't look right, especially when you see the photos on the table and stuff, you know, on the gun or the morgue table or the autopsy table or the examination table, you know, whatever.
It's a mannequin. You see Jackie put her head down. She knew the squib would go off. When the squib goes off, you look down so you don't get hit in the face. You see her head here looking straight down. She knew it was coming.
She does look like she's looking
More
down.
than likely, she set it off herself. And then after the squib, oh, there you go. She lifts her head. Back up here. This is all theater, Wolf Stage Theater. She's the one that's setting everything off.
Yeah, she did turn away
Take
from
a
him.
look.
Yeah.
There you go again. So
yeah, I'm in that boat as well, Baz. I don't really know. I mean, I still don't think he's alive, but you know, I'm not always right. You know, I don't know if Charlie is dead or died that day, but the shooting was complete. Yeah, of course, the shooting was complete BS. You get shot in the neck with that round, you don't have a head left. I don't know about it. I've seen stuff that can say, but I don't believe that the shooter that's being done with it is the shooter. You know, There is obviously something funny about it, but you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I still think he's gone. I just know it's a psyop of some sort. I just don't think he's around. I just get that feeling, you know. But again, I could be wrong.
It's clear as day with all the theater here. Clearly a mannequin that Jackie is maneuvering around. And again, I believe she sets off the squib as she looks down. Her head's going to go down. Let me back up here. Right there, her head is down. It's hard to see. It's blurry. Her head is.
I mean, see if you, especially if you look at like I like Terry Eichel, but his version of what happened with Charlie Kirk is certainly wrong. You know, the hologram theory and all that. That's certainly wrong. If it was the fact that he's not dead, I would think RV has probably got the right explanation. But I'm just not sure on it. I'm not sure on it. You know, I'm really not. I just know that there's not something right. It's not right. There's definitely something wrong about it.
Straight down.
But
Right
I do
there.
just think it was disgusting that, you know, the lefties, when they, whether he, look, just say he did die, the lefties came out and said, yeah, he deserved it for all the work he did against us and all that kind of stuff. I think that was disgusting, how they acted, you know. Because, like, if his children, if he was actually dead and his children are there and they see this, you know, I mean, his wife's definitely wrong. That's for sure. His wife's definitely something weird with her. That's for sure. But if it was, and I just think these kids actually did think he died, and all these lefties are going about saying, you know, he got what he deserved and all that. Thank goodness for that, you know. Yeah, I don't think it was the hologram one. If he is gone, I don't think it was the hologram one at all, bro. I've not dismissed the hologram bit, but I know he wasn't hit with a 30. No, of course not. I mean, I don't think that shooter was the one that did it anyway. Everyone with bright white sneakers. I know, but yeah, I mean, possibly. Like, he could be dead, or he might be alive. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not sure. You know. If we started to see glimpses of him, you know, like they did with other people and stuff like that, then, you know, maybe I'd start changing my mind. But I know it's wrong, and I know the whole thing's wrong with. I know Erica's she's something wrong with her. I just don't know that Charlie Kirk's alive. I just don't know that, you know. But I know there's some total bullshit about the whole lot of the thing, without a doubt. Same as I don't know about this. Like, I don't know. There's so many theories. This makes sense, but so do some of the other ones, you know. But this I've never like thought about before. I'd never heard of the dummy theory when it came to JFK. So no, well done, RV man. I never thought about this one.
Back to this. Again, people have to let it sink in. There's no blood pouring. Where's the blood? There is no blood. Because this is a mannequin, like I said. Now, looking at this single still shot, you see the band, you see, again, the toupee, which I call a carpet, a rug on top of this mannequin's head.
See, it does. It really does look like that. I mean, yes, the resolution's really crappy and it's zoomed in, you know, but it doesn't look like a head, especially when you see it on the gun now.
And here's the other shot.
It doesn't look like a human head exploding. Even though I've never seen a human head exploding. But, you know. I don't know. That doesn't happen with a Mauser, does it?
Clear as days. This thing is just flown right off. This would not happen with real human hair. Give me a break. And clearly, this is some type of band. What's going on with this? But fake phony show, just like Charlie Kirk. No difference.
It looks a bit like that. It does, but I've heard other explanations that also explain that, you know. So I just can't decide between it. I really can't. You know what I mean? I think CK is just joking. 2.0 with better tech. Is just joking. Who's joking? Think CK. I didn't see any bleeding stop. I didn't see any bleeding stop. I remember being loads of blood. JFK 2.0. Yeah. Are you talking? I don't know if you're talking about this one or not. I don't know if you're talking about Johnny Cash. I just don't know. I don't know about it.
And here's more theater, the so-called
I mean, yeah. I
autopsy
mean,
that-
look at that. What happened to his head? And then you see this. This is impossible. This is impossible. From
and
what you see in the car to this, and that film to this, that's impossible. No way.
the hair on top of the head and the wound to the neck. Give me a break. And the important aspect, again, the Masonic influence is everywhere with these psyops. I'm going to continue on this theme with another video exposing it all, going deeper. One last video on the topic, then we'll move on here. Take a look here at the Masonic theater with these events. What do we see here? The man that supposedly filmed it all, Abraham Zapruder, of course, a Zapruder film as it's known, with all the JFK footage.
Ah, there was blood.
Abraham Zapruder himself, just like Charlie Kirk, just like JFK, he was a Mason. Unbelievable. What are the chances of that? And of course, Kennedy being 33 in numerology, just like Charlie Kirk, CK 311 being 33. The location, Dallas, Texas, being 33. Lee Oswald, as you see, a perfect shot, centered, supposedly shot and killed. Lee Oswald being.
I haven't watched it in a while, Bazza, so I don't know. You know, I've lost interest in it because, you know, I couldn't make my mind up in it. And when I did back then, I used to get a load of shit for it. So, yeah, I gave up on it. So I don't. My brain is I don't know for sure, but I still think he's gone. You know, in whichever way.
33 numerology. Just an amazing coincidence for all the coincidence theorists. And also, I should mention with the name Lee Oswald. Lee, of course, the double E's, you flip them around, you get your 33 for your dual 33s when it comes to Freemasonry. And Lee Oswald himself, you see.
It's when he got shot here. I don't think he actually got shot, you know, and if he did, this guy's not who he's meant to be, you know.
The bricks of Freemasonry in the background.
Yeah, true.
And obviously with his fake phony show in Dallas, Texas back in 1963. Let's take a look here at the facts.
Yeah,
This
true.
occurred on November 22nd.
Well,
November, of course.
exactly. Whether he's dead or alive, it's a lie. Whatever happened, if he's dead or alive, it's a lie, you know, because there's so many lies that go with it, you know.
The 11th month of the year plus 22 is your 33. And the footage of the so-called Zapruder film was not released to the public nationwide until 1975. And it was February 14th.
1975. Is that how long it took for the film to come out? Public first saw the JFK assassination unfold on radio on November, of course, 63, via live news coverage. However, the famous Zapruder film, which captured the moment of shooting, was not broadcast until 75. 12 years later. Serious. See, that, wow. That is bad. That's bad. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. It definitely could have been staged without a doubt. Without a doubt. I don't think it was a ceremony, bro. Could have been, but I don't think it was. I don't think everything is a ceremony, you know. But they certainly do ceremonies when it comes to live rock concerts and stuff. It could have been a ritual. Don't know about a ceremony. Could have been a ritual. Anyway.
1975, just like the Valentine's Day so-called massacre as well, another hoax on the world stage as far as history is concerned. I know some history buffs will claim the footage was released sooner, but yes, on a very small scale in the court.
The Fed is a mob? What do you mean the Fed is a mob? I know the mob, Jack Ruby, was meant to be a mobster. But what do you mean the Fed is a mob? What do you mean by that?
Room for one trial in Louisiana, and also on a small scale with some local station in Los Angeles. But I'm talking about nationwide. The first time in 12 years it took after
12 years,
the
that's
so-called
bad.
shooting, gives them plenty of time to edit the footage, to doctor it to what we see.
Plenty. And as you're seeing at the start, when it first come in, it was spliced. Let's go there. Hold on, what am I at? Sorry, no. 7:55. So here, yeah, that's where he comes in
Cycle convoy,
and
and
spliced.
all of a sudden,
There you go.
we see these cars convoy.
Yeah. Spliced from there, from that to that. And like I say, again, look at the shadows. I think the shadows are slightly different from there.
Then all of a sudden,
Slightly perpendicular. Now the shadows, right, and this is meant to be moments later from that edit, are, and Harvey didn't mention that, but I think the shadows are different. What do you reckon, guys? Look at that shadow there. This looks to be like 10 minutes later, you know, between that cut. If you look at that shadow there from this person or what woman on these bikes, and look at this shadow in that bike, it's slightly angular, but it's not as angled as this one. This looks perpendicular from them, you know? And this one, it looks like 10 minutes later, possibly 15, 20. I think the shadows are different. Not by a lot, but they are different. By 10 minutes at least. Anyway, back to the 7:55.
on television programming, but with eagle eyes, you can see, again, this is all fakery taking place. And here's something I pointed out over a decade ago. From 1977, this is an updated Newsweek article. It's called A Man of Parts, referring to Jimmy Carter and why did he part his hair on one side. This is JFK in plain sight. This is Jimmy
Really?
Carter.
You think Jimmy Carter's JFK? I don't know. It's certainly a possibility. I mean, do they look like different men? They do. Which one's meant to be Jimmy Carter? Which one's meant to be JFK? Hold on, which one?
Two separate people, two different individuals, but as for a mockery, they put JFK in plain sight for all to see.
Okay, so you think this one's JFK? Well, I don't know. I mean, I can see similarities. But this guy does look different from this guy. They do look like different guys, though. Is that a possibility? It really is a possibility, though, isn't it? It really is a possibility. Could that have been JFK? I don't know. I really don't know, but it's a possibility. Okay. I mean, these faces, and I don't think here he just looks chubbier. His hair is parted on a different side. I mean, people do that sometimes, but the face look different. They do look like different shaped faces. But yeah, I mean, it could have just put on weight. I don't know. Certainly a possibility, isn't it? Certainly a possibility.
In this Newsweek article, again, a man of parts, part in the hair, a man of parts as far as being an actor. Let's read here just a little bit from the article. So, by the way, Newsweek in numerology is 33. What an amazing coincidence as well. They're controlling every aspect of this matrix. That's how you get away with the grand deception. You have to control every part of it to get away with it. Let's take a look here at the text. I'll just read part of it, no pun intended. At first, the photographers thought they had their negatives reversed, but no, Jimmy Carter had changed the part of his hair from his right side to his left, ever attuned to subtle symbolism. Funny symbolism is mentioned here. The Washington press corps demanded an explanation. Jimmy Carter asked, "Do you want a serious answer?" The president asked the reporter, he goes, "Well, I don't want to give you one." Continues on here.
Yeah, I've seen that one before, Baz. I've seen that one. That doesn't convince me because I don't think that stuff, you know, is. I mean, it's close. But I mean, use something like a pig neck or something. I don't know. I don't think that stuff's exactly right. But like I say, if he was shot, I don't think he was shot with something like that. You know what I mean? Definitely not. But I have seen things like that before. But I've also seen things explaining it. You know, explaining it. And I've never heard that the official story was the bullet went down towards his heart. I mean, as far as I was concerned, the bullet shattered. You know, it deflected off something. You know, and I think he was wearing, you know, a vest in a situation like that. I don't think it was a bloody part. I think it was a vest. You know what I mean? His necklace did go flying. The ring. People say the ring swapped fingers. They didn't. The ring came off. I've seen pictures of the ring fully off. But again, I don't know what's controlled and what isn't. You know, no idea. No idea, bro. No idea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Yeah, but as far as I was concerned, the bullet didn't go straight through his neck. It ricocheted off of his vest. As far as I was concerned, what I've seen, the things that I've noticed, it's explained it ricocheted off his vest first, then went through his neck. I never heard nothing about it going towards his heart. To me, that's completely bullshit. Yeah, there's no way that happened. You know. Anyway.
But you get the point. Parting the hair, the man of parts, this is JFK. Zero doubt. Just compare the two. They're very similar. But at times, JFK stepped in, such as this, playing the part. Well, Jimmy Carter was president. He stood in sometimes. And again, ask me why.
I mean, this is certainly possible because this guy certainly looks different. There's similarities between these two guys, but they don't look like the same person. I mean, the eyes don't look the same. Eyebrows do, but look at this crease in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Bazza, you know, I don't know that. You know, I've never experimented with it. Is there bullets I think can do that? I do. Of course I do. I mean, there's mishaps, you know what I mean? There's things, there's anomalies, of course. I mean, in my spirit, it just feels like he's dead to me. You know, not that I do give a crap. I'd rather him not be. And if he is not, then repent of what he's done, obviously. But I just haven't seen enough for me to say that he's not dead. But I can't say that I completely fully believe that he's dead. I'm leaning towards that side. You know what I mean? Anyway, continue.
Past that love to put the man they think everybody thinks is dead for millions to see in plain sight. They don't know they're looking at a dead man, a supposed dead man in JFK. And that gets back to Charlie Kirk and this whole entire deception regarding where is Charlie Kirk now?
No idea.
Let's take a listen here to Kash Patel. 2 clips. I'm going to break it down and we'll get to it as far as where I believe Charlie Kirk has ended up after this fake phony show has concluded. Let's take a listen.
In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise. Thanks to the full
No idea, Baza. No idea. I just think it's a psyop of some sort. You know, I would tend to agree. It probably wasn't that day, but he just doesn't seem to be around. But I mean, he might be. Look, I mean, look, these things happen. I could be wrong in it. there was one point I used to think the world was frigging a globe. You know what I mean? So, of course, I could be wrong. I just gave up thinking about it because it puggles my mind trying to pick a side. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be wrong. And then I can't fully know the truth, so I just leave it. You know, I just leave it.
States of the federal government and leading out with the partners here in the state of Utah.
When I did do streams in it when it first happened, you know. I mean, I got, you know, a lot of people fell out with me and all that for it, you know, and stopped coming here at that time just because of what I thought. And what I thought was just because of what I've been taught at that point. You know what I mean? From what I'd seen enough to convince me that he's gone, you know. But, you know, I gave up on it because you shouldn't fall out with me just because I disagree with you. I mean, and one of the people that did kind of like stop talking to me, I know what to say name, came and told us that Charlie Cat was dead, then later on said he wasn't. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. He's the one that came and told me, you know, so, and he kind of didn't talk to me properly after that, but, you know, it's one of them. I don't mind anymore, but whatever.
Cox. The suspect was apprehended in a historic time period.
So you clearly heard the number 36.
No matter what happened, it was disgusting what everybody was saying about it at the time. Not everybody, all the lefties, you know, all the ones that weren't right wing, you know, what they said about it was disgusting because if it was true, they'd still say that, you know what I mean? And they think it happened, so it just shows how disgusting they were.
Being mentioned, 3 and 6, of course, is 666. And obviously that number 33, as you see here. Okay, people, so-called truthers over the years have told me, don't mention number 33. It doesn't mean anything. My own audience, my own subscribers. Oh, the 33. Why do you keep mentioning 33? These people are way behind, or they're just shills, or they're clueless. When it comes to the fake truthers, they always tell you, don't look at the number 33.
Yeah, no, there's too many 33s going about. I don't believe that every single 33 you see is to do with masonry, but a hell of a lot than used to put out there. I mean, obviously, like, you know, people go around saying if your video stops at 33 minutes, then you're a mason, shit like that, you know. So I can't look at every single 33 and say that that is, you know, you shouldn't think that. You should think that's Freemasonry. But yes, most of the stuff that goes in the news and in the media that gets put out there is 33 is definitely to do with Freemasonry. They put their stuff out there in plain sight, 100%. And I've seen all this as well, you know. So obviously I know it's a psyop without a doubt. I just don't know whether he's alive or dead.
They mock it when I mention it. They're gatekeeping. This is their number, order out of chaos. And this is what it's all about. This is why this psyop took place. It's order out of chaos through this fake phony show, this fake event.
Absolutely, Baza.
With the number 33 coded for the 33 fallen stars, fallen angels that they worship.
Yeah,
Lucifer
absolutely.
and the 1/3 or 33% of the fallen angels. This is what it's all about, the New World Order.
Yeah, because of course, 9/11, when there was no planes, bro, of course. Like, we can't know the full truth of it, but we know there was no planes there. No way was the planes there. And I don't care if Dave Murphy had the planes. He might have had some kind of planes, but he never had planes going into that building. No way.
Agenda, gun control, divide and
Like, we
conquer.
know it's psyops, whatever they put out there. We know that they're psyops. We know it's not what they say they are. But then you get theories. And a lot of the theories that are put out are psyops also. So it's friggin' hard sometimes, you know? Yeah, I know, bro. I know he is.
Many agendas being conquered that are happening because of these events, but all roads lead to the New World Order. And sure enough, take a look here.
True.
Another coded aspect with this news conference in Orem, Utah. The anagram of Orem is Rome. Like the old saying, all roads lead to Rome. Everything is by design. Everything you see here, that's why you see these police officers, these sheriffs wearing a star. The Masonic Brotherhood and the Masonic Order are heading the police. Police is 33 numerology, just as you see here. Of course, every single police car, the 911, that's Revelation 9:11, where the Antichrist is mentioned. The inverted pyramid.
Yeah, I do believe that's why 9/11's there. It's probably to do with the Antichrist. Let's get Revelations 9:11 out. Let's get it out. We got now it's came up. We got it now. We got to get scripture in here. I think we read it the other week, didn't we? I think we read it the other week. Yeah, it wasn't the same one we read actually, but yeah, this one, Revelations 9:11. Yeah, obviously. Well, that is. Well, I'll start from 10. They had tails like scorpion. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. No, it's fine. Their tails like scorpions, and there were stings in their tails. Their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon. But in Greek, his name is Apollyon. Satan. Or Antichrist. Antichrist, isn't it? Yeah, this would be Antichrist. Let me just check. I think it would be Antichrist. Destruction or doom in Hebrew. In biblical and theological, it refers to the bottomless pit or underworld place. Ah, that'll probably mean Great Apollyon. Angel of the bottomless pit. Who is Lucifer, obviously. Sorry, this is the place. Destruction or doom in Hebrew. It refers to both the bottomless pit and underworld. And the personified angel or demon of the abyss known as the destroyer. Well, that would be Lucifer. That would be Lucifer, I would say. Did he? I'm sure he said the Antichrist. I think this is Lucifer himself, not the Antichrist. Did he say Antichrist? Hold on.
Just like you 11, where the Antichrist is mentioned.
I think that is... No, I think that's Satan, not the Antichrist that's mentioned in... And what would you say about that? Anybody? Revelation 9:11. I think that's talking about Lucifer, not the Antichrist. Revelation 9:11. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think that's talking about the angel of the bottomless pit. That's Lucifer. Hebrew, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, but in Greek is Apollyon. Let me just see what Apollyon means in Greek. The destroyer. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's Lucifer. I think that's Lucifer he's talking about, not the Antichrist. I think it's Lucifer. Anyway, not that matters. Not that matters. Hey, Roger. How you doing, man?
How do I sound?
Speak again.
Hello?
Speak again.
I did.
All right, you sound good. You sound good. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that in the Revelation 9:11 is Lucifer, not the Antichrist. Harvey says it's the Antichrist. I think it's Lucifer.
Yeah, I was wanted to touch on what I meant by ritual.
Okay.
Not ritual, but ceremony. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Fed is responsible for bringing the OTO from Europe and most of the ritualized lodges over here. They run the government. So I think most of these political things that happen, and especially for the public, is to keep people in fear, and it is a ceremony in their minds. Our Fed has so many regulations; they act like tyrants. So that's what I meant by a mob.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Um.
Like NASA's basically JPL is the OTO. They really are. They have the same philosophy. Uh, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a ritual. Well, not ritual, but I said ceremony. I don't know why. It could be ritual, yeah. But I mean, if they're just doing rituals, I mean, there is obviously people believe what they're seeing. Like
Yeah.
they believe NASA's shooting rockets up into the vast depths of space, and there is no God. Basically, that's their motto. But beyond that point, yeah.
No, of course.
But I mean, like, look at all our political assassinations that do happen, and when they happen, they're ideal, placed, timed. JFK, after he died, what they landed on the moon,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course you did. Of course
Yeah.
you did.
So yeah,
That's why
it's
they
either
stopped doing
making
it. That's why they stopped doing it after 1972. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and supposedly we're going back, but people are treating Artemis like they actually went there. If you listen to them talk about Artemis, like they did them, there was like they went to the moon. No, they even if they even got close to it. You know what I'm saying? No, we didn't go to the moon again. But are you looking at Charlie Kirk right now?
No, I'm looking at Revelation 9:11 because it sounds like it's Satan to me, but he said RV says that would be the Antichrist. To me, it sounds more like Satan, but it could be neither. It could be like just some kind of mad demon connection saying.
Okay, read it to me right quick. I haven't heard it in a long time. So
Revelation 9:11. Yeah. And the other king, and as the king over them, the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is in Hebrew is Abaddon, but in Greek he has the name Apollyon. To me, that sounds like Lucifer is the angel of the bottomless pit.
Lucifer's supposedly locked in the bottomless pit. I thought this has to be his guardian. Like it's not anything to do with Satan.
Hold on. Lucifer roars. Hold on. Lucifer roars the earth like a roaring lion. He's not locked up.
No, but when he's in the bottomless pit, I think he was locked in there during Revelations, right? Then he's released, and then he gets cast into the lake of fire.
Yeah, but at the minute it says he goes around this earth like a roaring lion. So he's free at the minute, isn't he? The way I see it. I mean, surely he's free.
This is after.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be after the battle of Armageddon when he was locked in there.
Yeah,
So place this in the timeline. Where is it? Before tribulation, I'm pretty sure it's like mid tribulation. I think
it's the fifth trumpet. It's the fifth trumpet. Jesus doesn't come till after the last trumpet.
The seals are. Yeah. Yes. So the seals have already been opened. The plagues are on the earth, and now they're blowing the trumpets. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So this could be.
He's probably losing.
Satan. It sounds more like Satan to me, or some mad demon. But I don't know if it's the Antichrist. The Antichrist is a man. I don't know. I don't know if he meant to say Antichrist. He might have just meant to say. He might have just meant to say something else. But it could be right. He could be right. It could be wrong. I don't.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you over if you're going to be up tonight. I'm doing another PJ Raps thing. PJ Raps.
I'll be up until the film's finished. Certainly.
Well, it won't be till 1 a.m.
Oh, 1 a.m. That's for you.
My time.
What time? Yeah, I don't know what time it's for me. No idea. No idea.
Oh, you'll be done like 3 hours before I get there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, yeah.
No, don't worry. We'll keep the dedication going. Yeah.
Nice. Revelation 17:8. What about it? Yeah, 17:8. But he was on about 9/11.
I think he's trying to tie it to 9/11, isn't he? Kind of like that.
I don't know. Let's check. Revelation. Let's check.
Well, you've heard the Little Seasoners. Satan's chained up in the Manhattan Bay.
Of course it is. Of course he is. 78. Are they? Aye, they complement each other. Right, got ya. I can never remember the references, bro. The beast that, right? The beast. Okay. The beast that you saw was and is not and will ascend out of the bottomless pit and go to permission, and those who dwell on the earth will marvel, whose names are not written in the book of life, foundation of the world, when they see the beast that was and is not and yet is.
Well, I'm being accused of going after NASA now.
You're being accused of what?
Going after NASA.
So what?
I'm not. I know, but this is what the horrible ilk's telling everybody. I'm money mad, and I'm going after NASA next. Kind of like they did with Mikey when he tried to do that lawsuit with the Canadians.
Yeah,
or is it NASA? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not going after them. They can keep their money, dude. I'm just after the truth. And
is this from? Is he saying that? Is he?
Yeah, he made a whole video about it. Andrew likes to rag on NASA a lot. He comes on and he puts up clips of space.com and stuff and says things about them all the time. They're over budgeted. They don't need all that money they're getting. But, yeah.
No,
I think they should be out of it.
They could do with sharing some. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
if they could take that money and could give it to the people, because there are people down here that are been suffering for a long time. There's so many impoverished people in America, dude. You should go see the homeless population. It's probably just as bad where you are, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yet they want to shoot rockets up in the air and hope they hit something. I don't know what they're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Nathan to come over to my channel and do a book review. That's what he's doing. He's just going around pushing the book.
It could be them both, actually. Yeah, I was listening. Yeah, pushing the book in that. It could be them both, Bazar, because they're both beasts, aren't they? The one, it's first beast. You've got the beast of the sea and the beast of the earth. So yeah, it could be them both. Could be talking about beast as a system, or it could be talking about one of the beasts or the other. Yeah, I forget that both of them get described as beasts. You forget that sometimes. Anyway.
Well, I think the beast is sitting on the harlot's lap right now.
Well, it's certainly coming to a head. Whatever's happening.
That didn't sound right.
Yeah, I got that. I didn't actually mean that, but I got it. Nice.
That's just my mind. Sometimes it goes there.
So he's probably right. It's probably Antichrist. It's probably Lucifer. It's probably both. It could be the beast system. I don't know.
The inverted pyramid, just like you see here.
I've never seen. Is that in cop cars? The inverted pyramid. Is it?
You went upside down? Yeah, like the capstone. Yeah. Some of them are. Some of them aren't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Logo. Everything is integrated with what they control. Again, signs, symbols, dates, numbers, and colors is what they're all about. Even the K9 dog. K is 11, 9. That's 9/11 in reverse with the K9. And as you see here, even the handcuffs opened up. They are 33, as you can clearly see. Now that gets to this clip. Without further ado. Now, again, this is where I believe Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, is giving clues of where Charlie Kirk is currently.
Okay,
let's take a listen.
To my friend Charlie Kirk.
Oh.
Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
See you in Valhalla. Okay. That's not bad. Not what Charlie confessed anyway. Charlie confessed Jesus, so I mean, why would you say Valhalla? I've heard this before. I mean, that could be metaphorical. It certainly could be. It could be code. I just can't tell for sure.
Well, there's an island called Valhalla. Yeah. That's
Is
what
that
people are
about
thinking.
Eileen
There's
Valhalla? Is that possible? It could be that. It could
Yeah.
be that.
Well, I
Now,
think
what
it's
needs
owned
to
by
be
the
understood
government too. It's like that.
Right, right.
here, this is a duality aspect taking place. Valhalla means two things. In Norse mythology, it's a place where the fallen heroes go after they pass with the god Odin, the one-eyed god. This is where
I
they
knew it was
reside.
Nordic.
This is what people in society believe that Kash Patel's referring to. In reality, there's clues in plain sight with this news story that's nothing more than a complete fabrication. With Tyler Robinson in this picture, what do you see behind him? There's a monitor. What do you see?
No idea.
This
Is that
is New
Valhalla?
Zealand
Oh, New Zealand.
on
Okay.
the computer screen, the monitor. Let's take a little bit of a close up here at what we see here when we zoom in at what he's looking at. This is New Zealand once again. And here is Valhalla,
Oh, is that what it is?
this
Okay.
resort, as you
Yeah.
see here. This is where I believe that Kash Patel is referring to in New Zealand.
It's a
Always
possibility.
giving us
Yeah.
truth in plain sight for those that have eyes to see. And Tyler being a Masonic tile layer, that's what it all comes down to. Everything is Masonically coded. Until people understand Masons run this world, they control it all. With all these news stories, there's clues in plain sight. And that gets into this very famous saying, what I showed many years ago when I covered the Walter Scott psyop. Walter Scott here, the original. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we first practice to deceive. And that's what masonry is all about, deception.
Oh, it
Keeping
certainly is.
people in the dark, and they're
It'd
the
have to be from a friggin' Scotsman, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's the right. which one is it? There are like three of them, right?
Yeah.
one supposedly with a light.
John chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.
Famous Scottish poet. And I think, what the hell happened now?
I don't know,
Where's
man.
that
It
come
popped, didn't it? I don't know.
Why have you come up? No, my advanced browser came up and I never even clicked it. Are you kidding? Hold
Yeah,
on.
I had that happen the other day when I let a guy named Sig backstage. My VPN popped up. Like, why did that happen?
Oh, didn't
You know?
it? Oh, for goodness sake. Goodness sake. Right, now let's get rid of this background. Now I've done that. Let's change it back to freaking something that's not queer.
Well, I'm gonna have to get off here. My break's almost over.
No problem, man. I'm going to go over to Rumble.
Yeah, well, have fun. What are you guys watching tonight?
A couple of episodes of Cobra Kai, then the old Mad Max. So on Mad Max on HBO. I've got to do all the Mad Max series. I've got to do one, two, and not tonight. I'm going to do one tonight and then do two next week or whatever. I ain't been on for about 4 days. Tuesday was the last time I was on. But yeah, I'm going to do Mad Max and then go through them. HBO has got them all, even the new one, except it hasn't got Furiosa. So when we get to Furiosa, I'll get that elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Aye. That's cool. Yeah, I think the first one's the most organic out of all three of them.
Of course. When it gets to Thunderdome, it's beyond a joke. But yeah. But the one with Tom Harden's good. The one with Tom Harden's good as well. I don't know if I don't think we watched that, did we? Or did we watch it one night? No, I don't think we did.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think we did. Anyway, right. Arimac, I suppose. Arimac. Let's find an Arimac. Let's share that first. And then we'll go over the Rumble side. Rumble wasn't working earlier. I had to stop the stream and start again.
Yeah. And well, PJ, all those people that have been telling me on the globe side, we want you to go. They're the ones fighting me not to go to Antarctica.
No doubt. No, you know it. You know it. Oh,
Yeah,
Mike is live.
I knew that was going to happen. Yeah.
Mike is live.
Yeah. I did a stream on cell navigation. There's
What
more to
the
it than that. They
hell?
actually, what is it?
The hell is that?
I don't know. That's a zombie.
Oh my goodness. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh, she's beautiful, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, Rogers, that's because I bloody put something on to do with trans, I bet you.
Yep.
Oh,
It
shit.
all seemed pretty gay to me. That's what I said when I first looked at it. Well, he's doing a trans.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Oh, I was going to say, when they actually do a celestial navigation, they use azimuth and altitude in the stars too. That it's like they mirror the stars and the measurements. So they measure flat on in both occasions. They use azimuth and altitude from the star and the ground. Both. They're like they reverse it, mirrored it.
Well,
Yeah.
they need horizontal for 90. They need 90. You know what I mean? It's just simple.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
that.
yeah. They have to have 90 up there too. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah. Toon's a
Absolutely.
liar, dude. Hey, we don't touch the ground. Yeah, sure you don't.
You don't touch the ground. What?
No, he goes tangents to a point. Like it's like a hair point because if they touch the ground, then they have to make reference to their azimuth, their measurements here. So
Exactly. Ridiculous.
it is.
Right.
That's all
How
right.
y'all doing? You guys want to hear a freestyle real quick?
Sorry. Continue.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be watching.
You want to hear a freestyle? All right.
All right, Roger. Nice one.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in, dude.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to like clarify what I was saying.
Bless.
All right. Yeah, I'll be on at 1 o'clock in the morning if you're up too.
Bless you, man.
All right. Later,
Go
PJ.
for it. Ta-ra.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna improvise off the dome. So can you guys give me like some creative, challenging words? Like no food, no colors, no animals. You know, give me some good words. What is that? Contemplate. That's a great word. Contemplate. What about you? Heart. That's a good word. What? Confuzzle? What does that mean? Confuzzle? I like that. Confuzzle.
That's a made-up
You said
word.
contemplate, heart, confuzzle. You want to get one?
Hold on. I'm going to look up confuzzle. That's a made-up word, bro. Confuzzle. Confuzzle. Oh my goodness, don't tell me it's an actual word. Is it a word? Is it in the dictionary? Let's see. Confuzzled is a blend of words confused as puzzled. Right, it means being mixed up, bewildered, and oh my goodness, people often use it in a light, playful, silly way. Yes, but is it in the dictionary? It's Urban Dictionary. Hold on. Let me find out. Is it in the Oxford? Say, let's see. It's in the Oxford. No, it's not in the Oxford. So it's the Urban Dictionary. So it's not a real word. It's not a real word. Not a bloody real word. But whatever.
Money. All right, money. What else?
I'm about to say legend.
Legend. I love that. Goat.
Yeah.
Mine. We're gonna see if I can remember them all. And then we had legend, goat. What'd you say? What'd you say? Oh, you didn't say one?
No.
Oh, you said constipate just now? All right. Well, we had legend, goat, and then what was the last one? Mind. All right. We'll see if I can hold them in my mind.
What happened to confuzzled?
And all right, we're gonna give this a shot. Let me drop a beat real quick. Let me see. Let me try this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. I'm about to dominate. Y'all don't wanna wait. I'ma move way beyond the hate. I dig inside my mind and I contemplate. Yeah, y'all know I'ma bomb the nation. I take a little moment for the contemplation. Trust me, you won't miss it if you blink it. Contemplating all the time, doing deep things.
No, it's not, Roger. I know.
Y'all know that my brain in a better state. Contemplate deep when I meditate. Focused on my breathing. Deeper level I'm achieving. I be lifting off the planet. I be gone, y'all I'm leaving. He's been going much harder when I spit this. Open up your mind's eye, I'm the better witness. Pablo Picasso, when I do my art, I spit it from the chest, bro. I spit it from the heart. Yeah, y'all know I do it from the center. I burn the microphone in the embers, they all remember. They know the Harry Mack is the best. When I'm spitting, I could cause a cardiac arrest. That's a heart attack. Homie, I'ma knock you on the ground. Every single time I spit my shit is too profound. Pick the sound. I be clicking in the red zone, listening to my speakers. You don't even need the headphones. Yeah, they gon' keep the phrase. But all up on this dome, we got the beats by Dre. H-Mac is in it cause I'm never no dummy. Those some nice headphones, dog. You stacking the money. Yeah, you know he's getting to the cash. My dude really got the paper in the stash. Spending them Benjamins, then again, we gon' get it poppin'. I'ma leave my haters with no option, I'm locked in. Y'all know where we going, I get open every time I spit a rhyme and start provoking. I'ma have you going deeper, I get you lifted like reefer. I just skeptics to believers, I'm the #1 achiever. Y'all know that I'm on it, all these rappers are in trouble. Y'all know I'ma kill it, I'ma do it on the double. Lyrics falling all about my face like my stubble. I'ma leave them all confused and confuzzled. Yeah, I be straight up absurd. I thought you were straight up making up some words. You were like, confuzzled, like confused. I was like, I'll take it, dog. I ain't trying to lose. Yeah, when I'm spitting, I go mad. Shouts up to my man for teaching me some new vocab. So smart with it, thought I had 2 brains. They can fill it from Barclays to Tulane. I'ma kill the game, certainly. He be repping Tulane University. I'ma spin it in a flyway. I'ma leave you slow down like traffic on 2-lane highways. Yeah, I'ma flip it when I spit it off the top, though. Every time I rhyme, I bring a hot flow. Am I the illest? I thought so. Get ill in the zone, killing the poems while they film on their phones. Listen, all 3 of y'all are filming the video. Pay attention to the Mac and when he's spitting flows. I'ma do me truly. Check what I'm rapping. Off the top of the dome, bro, I'm a legend. Yeah, if they black, then they never hear me. For forever scary. When I spit the shit, it's legendary. Yeah, we gon' push it to the limit. My flow is infinite. I win it. I never been timid. Y'all know I smash this. Both of y'all are matching with the glasses. And y'all know they got the same frames. Every time I rhyme, I'm melting down the mainframe. I be ready with the mic, I'm about to take aim. Yeah, I run this beat like an errand. All 3 of y'all imagine with the frames transparent. Y'all know I'm about to be true. Never transparent cause I'm never see-through. No for spitting all them off the head wraps. She be repping New York on the red cat. H-Mac, I throw it down. They be sticking your tongue out like Jordan when I'm lyrically reporting. Yeah, y'all know Mac is the one that know me. When I rhyme, I'ma let the people know me. Do me with quotes. Truly, I'm dope. I ain't gonna stop till they calling me the GOAT. Yeah, y'all know I came through the burn brain scarred minds, trying to be the greatest of all time. People knowing that the flows be giant, trying to be GOAT status like Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. Y'all know I'ma keep it in motion to beat up with those, and whenever I'm speaking, I got 'em up tweaking. Y'all know that it's leaking the bottom of pores. New territory, what I'm about to explore. Yeah, and y'all know the Mac don't never get stuck. Like the sign says, we can only go up. Yeah, we about to push it to the clouds. When I'm spitting off top, I do you proud. Yeah, I told you I'ma dominate. I said you don't wanna wait. I said I'm about to contemplate, but I flow with ease. No need to constipate. Yeah, H-Mac spitting out the flames. No constipation cause I'm shitting on the game. Yeah, y'all know that I brung it through. I'm #1. These other dudes are #2. Listen, y'all know Uncle Scorch. Yes, of course. Ride the track like a polo logo with the horse. Yeah, y'all know they taking a chance. I promise, I did not pay her to dance. Yeah, people popping up out of nowhere. Understand the flow where you don't really want to go there. Trust me, homie, I'm blessed. My lyric got layers like a hoodie under a vest. Yeah, I can call it out whatever I see. There ain't no rapper in the industry as clever as me. Y'all know I be going off the top till I'm dead. Shout out homie in the background, nodding his head, throwing pounds into people. That's how we gotta get it. I'm forcing my competitors to pivot, and when I turn the speaker up, fans they be asking me for more bass. My vocals keep the track warm, no North Face. Yeah, I show them how I do it with my rhymes. All my lyrics properly aligned. When I spit my shit, it's divine. They ask how I do it, I just spew it from my mind. Yeah, y'all know I'm here to take aim. Yeah, every second I train. I push you out of your lane. Exercise from my mind and my brain. Bring it all together when I step it up at the top of this. And when I become a deliverance, the mechanism until the apocalypse. I get it done and I fill them with joy. If y'all are rocking with my freestyle, make some noise.
Let's go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let me just quickly edit. I forgot to edit the name and forgot to put JFK in the Rumble side. Right, JFK. JF. JK. JF. Hoax. Right. Do and save that. All right, gadgets. Links there for the Rumble side. If you're joining us on the Rumble side, I'll see you over there. If you're not, I will see you possibly tomorrow. If not, it'll be the next day. But bless, guys. Much love. I'll see you on the Rumble side. Either Sunset's free is free. Indeed. Ta-da! Where are you?